Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. Hopefully this fixed it a little bit. I have no idea what's going on with the computer. It does look a little bit better. At least it's not completely freezing. We just updated the internet here. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Jay Banks. Tuesday, back in the saddle. AI, how you feeling? Doing well?
Feeling great.
Great.
Fast forward.
So we just got new internet in here. We're actually pulling like 800 upload speed, but for some reason the computer is still bogging down. I've got an external hard drive with a 5 terabyte hard drive, trying to dump all the footage onto that. I canceled that so I can just dump the footage right onto the hard drive of the computer and then slide it over to the hard drive later on. How are you, sweetheart? Anyways, what's cracking, everybody? This is how it's going to look for the rest of the day. So I'm going to work on this week. You know, the sad thing is, bro, I went to school for computers. So I actually graduated like Microsoft certified out of NKU a lifetime ago. But the shit just updates so much. Like when I first found out about that, bro, like when I went to college when computers was first banging, and I got my Microsoft certification, and then they were like, "You're gonna have to come back in 3 months to get recertified," and it's like,
excuse me?
Okay. And so I went back, got recertified, and then they're like, "Yeah, you're gonna have to come back in another 3 or 6 months to get another certification." It was just like the computer industry was moving so fast, and it's understandable. But you know, for a college to be like, "Oh, you want, you know." You're going to have to keep coming back if instead of just learning these new techniques and new applications, you're going to have to come back to school to get certified so you can work on computers.
Yeah,
After the second
it
time,
updates so often, just like our phones update.
Oh,
it's like,
bro.
like because there's so many updates and so many even like just visual updates.
Mhm.
Just that alone, you have to. It's a never-ending journey. But it also raises the value as you get updated because that means everyone else has to go through that as well to learn. There's a learning curve. And once you overcome that learning curve, I mean, well, at that point, you can move how you choose. You can get multiple. You can contract out to technology or you can work for a company and build up that way. But, like, really, it's about that learning curve. And that's valuable stuff, dude. I mean, you even keep it up to date with this kind of a technology to be able to do this. There's a lot of value, man, for sure. I really believe. I
appreciate it, bro. It's it's kind of crazy though. Like once we added the whatnot to the live stream, now it's like everything's kind of gone array, where it's like, man, how do we get back to the 4K, 60 frames per second that we were just cruising with for 270 episodes? But But then again, like each episode is like 9 gigs, bro. You know what I mean? We got 5 4K Brio cameras. We've got the soundboard with 5 microphones. So like every time we go live and we do these 3-hour podcasts, like it's taking up 10 gigs. You know what I mean? Like every single time, and at least, dude. When I uploaded,
we're back. That's right, Plush Garden.
Yeah, when I uploaded the video the other day, like that was dope, bro. Being able to upload a video to YouTube, like a 3-hour video, and it only took a half hour.
That's insane, right?
Yeah, it took under a half hour for sure. It might have took 15 minutes.
Now we're cooking,
bro. That's what I'm saying, man. Like it's the cost of admission when it comes to the internet, bro. Like I'm paying for 2 internets here right now. I've got AT&T's internet, which is complete trash. It's like the internet air.
Oh God.
It's like 8 megabytes download and like 3 megabytes upload, bro. It's like it's just good enough to roll with like
a
snake on your phone. Yeah, bro. Yeah, it's terrible. But then Spectrum came in and like, hey, like I know you've been waiting for this. Like he came in a couple years ago and I was like, bro, like I don't care about download speed. It's all about upload speed. You know what I mean? Like everyone's got the good download speed. Everyone's bragging about, oh, we got a gig download speed. All right, well, how about your upload? Well, upload's 15 megs. It's like that ain't gonna work, bro.
Not
because
good.
like we're running a podcast here that we got to go live with 5 4K cameras. You know what I mean? So he came back and he was like, hey, bro, like we got it now. And so I was like, all right, let me see what you got. And I was like, all right, let's roll. You know what I mean? It's a great deal, and 800 megs upload speeds, fire, bro. So like, it's obviously it's not the internet. It's something wrong with the computer. I didn't know if it was another program running in the background.
I feel that. Mega Faith, we're doing great. How are you doing? You still with us out there?
Hey, that's Jon G over there, by the way. Jon G in the
what's
building.
up,
What's
everybody?
cracking, bro?
We out here.
So for everybody that doesn't know, Jon G is a huge VeeFriends member, community member, but he was the one that pulled the one of one Toronto St. Louis Superfractor. The one of one, the 1975, which I told you is like out of all the 1975s, like that one was my favorite because that was the only one that had correlation to baseball, right?
Right.
Toronto.
It's a baseball
Louis.
character within the baseball set in a one of one Superfractor. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, with all due respect, your card sold for $25K. We've seen another card. We've seen the Gary V sell for 55. I can't wrap my head around how mine didn't go for 65. On that note, mine went for 5, and I am eternally grateful. I 25x'd, some money and got the experience of a lifetime, to hold a piece of history and make sure that piece of history was safeguarded through a reputable auction house.
Ken Golden's the man, bro.
Ken Golden is the fucking man. He's the king of collectibles for a reason. Yeah. Right? So Ken Golden and Alex Fung had my card. They made sure that PSA got it. It was an expedited grading process. That's for damn sure. I've heard people waiting months for cards to come back graded. My card came back graded in weeks.
That's
right?
cool, yeah.
So that was incredible, and it came back graded a gem mint 10. So like for me to have all of these very memorable moments, fucking priceless. But as far as I'm concerned, as somebody who appreciates the hobby of collecting as a whole, as a very versatile collector rather than a niche collector, I love all of the memorabilia that you bring into the store from all these different time eras that you have. This is it's like an evolving time machine, like a rotating time machine as you walk through the store here,
Yeah, bro.
But with that said, this is I would have thought a baseball fan who is a fan of Gary V, right, would have came into that auction and just and would have ran up who was going against that. I think that a VeeFriends fan was the one who was able to do that. What's up, Plush Garden? Ohio Sinatra, what's happening?
Hey, so
I think I have an idea of what happened with it though.
So that's what I was going to get into because is it the paywall of the golden auctions? Is that because obviously
that deterred multiple potential buyers from stepping into that auction was the 22% buyer's premium.
Okay, which is crazy to think because that card should have gone for 10 to 15 grand. So
easy.
A 20% buyer's premium on $5 grand is $1,000. So you get it for $6. You know what I mean? So it's not that far fetched. And that's how auction houses go. You know what I mean? They want to make sure that you get your money and they're not dipping into it. But is it the paywall? Is it the fact that everyone's able to easily get on eBay and just look something up and then say, hey, here it is. You know what I mean? But when it comes to golden, like I had to download the app, which I downloaded the app, and then put your card in my favorites just so I can check and see like how it's going. But it's like is that what's deterring people is just downloading another app to your phone? You know what I mean? It
definitely is a new party, and I personally wouldn't do even now. I can't see myself doing an excessive amount of shopping on that auction house. Look, hindsight's 20/20, right? So, being in the perspective of somebody who is a collector, I have maybe a little under $1,000 out of that money that I'm keeping back aside so that I can reinvest into the hobby and create, memorable moments for other people in the VeeFriends community and do some breaks with people.
For sure.
But I think that I can't see myself shopping on Golden for one of one. Now, when I am an absolute millionaire, God willing, then I could see myself purchasing music memorabilia from a place like Golden, movie memorabilia. Ken Golden was holding, one of the most famous whips in history in one of his most recent Instagram videos from the Indiana Jones film.
Oh, shit.
Right? So real movie props from iconic moments that live on forever from a single film, session. But I think that's the kind of stuff I would go there for. As somebody who collects trading cards, will be collecting more trading cards, I can't see myself going back there for them.
Is that, and your card was the first VeeFriends card that they put into auction, right?
It was the second. I think one had at the time of the pool there wasn't one, but I think somebody put put some sort of I think it was a super sticker. I think a super sticker was sold from their personal auction, whereas mine was put on the website as a one-of-one consignment. So in that way, Golden took on extra responsibility for the promotion of that auction, right? So it was going into a July premium auction, whereas I think somebody had just outright in the time frame that I had mine, and it was going into the July auction. In that time frame, somebody just straight personally listed, self-published a listing for a super sticker on there, and I want to say that only went for a few hundred.
I want to say, so the super stickers that came out, they weren't the manga Steph Curry ones. They had to
no.
be one of the older ones.
Right. This was pre-drop for the manga.
Okay.
Or, for the 2025.
I mean, I
Steph
don't
Curry
see
manga.
any of those stickers. Even like the the Burn Island stickers. I don't see those going for more than $300. You know what I mean? I've got a couple Obsidians of 99.
What a wild market to have cards, pieces of paper printed from the same manufacturer, and one's worth, $1.50 because it's a base.
Bro,
it's a base anaconda.
You're talking.
It's a base authentic anaconda, and it's a few bucks if at most.
Right. I mean, you're talking to the guy that sold a non-auto Michael Rubin Superfractor for $25,000.
$25
bro,
bands.
it still doesn't make sense to me. You know what I mean? I know, when Gary talked about somebody paying $55,000 for his card, Gary was like, "That's absurd." He's almost mad that somebody paid that much for that card. But the market's the market. Gary can't dictate it. You know what I mean?
Just work here,
I
man.
can't. Yeah, I can't dictate what happens with the native clothes once they leave the store.
Oh, I think Gary was pissed in my case too, because he made a video a few weeks after the auction when he was just like, "If you are tight on money, do not buy my fucking shit," because it is actually a part of my story that I was tight on money, and I found. Now, granted, I was drinking a lot last year, so I decided to reassess my relationship with alcohol, and I'm coming up on 6 months without drinking right now.
Congratulations, bro.
Thank
That's
you,
huge,
bro.
man.
It's
You look
fucking-
good too.
Thank you. I feel so much better. I'm sleeping better. I'm eating more. I really owe a lot of my sanity, to be on the stage, to my brother Andrew for having me something that I believe in to keep working towards. And on the flip side, I owe a lot of my sanity over the last 3 to 6 months to VeeFriends. Even previously to even getting any major hits or anything that it was worth flipping, it was just absolutely just eye-opening to find that there was a community of people who were really just in it to bring joy to each other and to create opportunity for each other, right? And so between inspiring, creating opportunity, and just connecting people for the sake of something we enjoy, that goes beyond any type of community I've been in for marketing. I don't think, I know as much as I will always tell people that we do it for the music, if we truly just did Beyond the Stage for the music, full disclaimer, then we wouldn't necessarily be aspiring to do, then our mission wouldn't even be what it is.
Right.
Because our mission is to create opportunities for them to do their art for a living. So we have to factor in money for ourselves so that we can put more time and energy into creating, money opportunities for them through their passions.
Absolutely.
So, at the end of the day, Beyond the Stage is not just about the music. It is about creating sustainability for the music in an economy that does not allow creative freedom, right? that does not, often promote creative freedom, by the structure of the financial systems.
Yeah, I want to. Well, first things first. I want to go back to the card before we hit beyond the stage because I do think I appreciate everything.
I'm a little all over the place.
It's okay, dude. I love talking about it. I'm all here for. I mean, I just actually shared
Plush Garden. Your stickers are the best, by the way.
Bro, she made some custom
gosh.
stickers for us.
Shut the front door.
Yeah, they're insane, bro.
I
awesome.
need Plush Garden. I'm going to be in touch for some stickers. I'm gonna need them.
So and that's one of the things. I didn't mean to cut Andrew off, but we were talking last week before the podcast about Plush Garden and like how she was such a big community member when we first jumped into VeeFriends.
She was one of the first people that I bought from. Actually,
Right.
It was Plush Garden. What was your husband's username? I want to say it was the husband actually whose stream I was in. Was his
I'm not
help
sure.
me out. Plush Garden. What was whose stream was I in? But I ended up getting your stickers.
And anyways, yeah. So she was. We were talking about how she was
Super salad.
Such a like a huge staple when we first got into the VeeFriends community, and like everybody was craving these like Plush Garden stickers and raving over them. You know what I mean? And she didn't even because she disappeared for a little bit, right? And me and Andrew were talking last Tuesday, like, man, I wonder what happened. Did she, did VeeFriends tell her to stop printing the stickers, or, did she move to another community on Whatnot? Like, because we haven't seen anything on it. And then she pops up like a simulation, bro. You know what I mean? So then we end up hanging out on the podcast, and we were talking last week, like, yo, like, you're a staple of the VeeFriends community for sure. And that's one of the things that I do remember, man, was like the hype was real. Like, not only for the VeeFriends cards, but for the people that supported the VeeFriends. Like, people were just wanting the stickers because she's a part of the community and she makes dope stickers. So they were putting them in the givvies, and we were like, I need it. Like, give me, like, I hope I get a Plush Garden sticker. You know what I mean? And so, like, going from that...
I actually gave my favorite Plush Garden sticker to Andrew for safekeeping. It's my hustling hamster taking a nap one.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
That microphone closer.
Oh, yep. Check that one, too.
But I want to get into my thinking on the card on why the numbers didn't hit quite what the Michael Rubin hit based on the timing of things.
And Andrew doesn't hold back, so this is going to be...
Because
I love your speculations on shit, because you're like, dude, you'll create you'll go down rabbit holes of conspiracy.
I think no, it's not a conspiracy at all. This isn't a conspiracy at all. I think it's based on timing.
Okay.
So when the Michael Rubin bounty was originally put out by David Adams, right? So they put a bounty out for the autograph 101 Superfractor for Michael Rubin, because he does own Topps and he's such a player in the entire situation. Without him, there is no VeeFriends Topps Chrome, right? So he has to be a part of this. And it isn't Gary, right? Because we talk about Gary being the highest card because who he is, but Michael Rubin is the perfect person to have that kind of bounty. Because Michael Rubin's such a perfect person to have that bounty, someone like David Adams, they can physically be in person with Michael Rubin potentially because they own a card collecting location near where Michael Rubin's at. So based on the location, they put this bounty out, I feel, because they wanted the opportunity to be in the room with Michael and say, hey, we got this card, come to our store, check out the card in person. They knew Fanatics Fest was going to be a factor because the Fanatics Fest drop.
Yeah.
If you would have sold the card before Fanatics Fest, I think you would have got about 10,000 more. Is basically what I'm saying.
Son of a bitch.
If that card would have sold 10 days before you sold it, because Fanatics Fest happened in July, or was it June?
Jay, what are we doing? We're on Instagram. We got to go live on Whatnot and rip those.
Oh, man.
That's a whole conversation.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to yet.
Yeah, we'll get to that. But the thing is if you would have sold the card before Fanatics Fest, if you would have had to go through that whole month, not even the fact that the golden aspect of people that the buyer fee is a gatekeep, right?
Versus the platform wall. And the buyer
exactly.
wall
But the timing, if you would have gotten rid of that card before Fanatics Fest when all the hype was there, I think you would have saw way more money. And it's just the timing. And that's it. I really fully believe. I think the card itself is literally one of the holy grails. So the next time it sells, will sell for like, because think about it, when 2026 comes out, all this value of the first series of the first Topps Chrome 2025 is going to be put into blast, because people are like, oh man, now this is out, I got to have the 101 of that and this 101, and before they're going 2027. So I do think the value is going to shoot up for certain cards, and yours is one of them. So I do believe
where are we at?
It's going to land about 20,000.
With that said,
in the future,
you know, that creates, you know, vintage out of everything.
Sure.
You know, things grow, you know, become more and more vintage over time. Where are we at with Series 2, right? So just looking at how the Chrome drop affected the value and the sell rate of Series 2 holders. There's still people, but I think
Series 2 today.
But I think in context, they are different types of collectibles. One is solely for the sake of collecting and filling sets, and the other is for actually playing and battling friends. And we discussed having a TCG night right here at the Native Store where we could actually host some trading card game battles. But with that said, where is the trading card games card value as far as, you know, the collector aspect of that really turned since Topps release? Because I would like to think that in some ways that does play into what will, like, the trajectory of what will happen to Topps Chrome could be looked at in the same way that it was looked at with the TCG as far as the collecting side goes.
Right. So the way that I think about it, or the way that I look at it, you know, obviously Gary V's relentless, right? And he already knows in his mind, like, high tides rise all ships, right? And so he's not going to let something fall off to the wayside, especially when it's the TCG version of Topps of his Chrome set. Now, you know, here's the crazy thing. I don't see them re-releasing the TCG cards, right? They're going to re-release the Topps Chrome in 2026 and 2027, but the TCG I kind of feel like is set in stone, like the OG set. I mean, do they do that with Pokemon? Do they? I mean, I'm sure they do. They bring in new sets, but can you use those sets with the old set? You know what I mean?
Because I think at one point they changed the point system.
Okay.
So eventually Pokemon changed it in order to update it so they could do more with the cards.
Okay. Yeah. So and that's I'm sure on Gary's 10-year plan, right? Is to change it. But the longer that he holds on to the Series 2 being the TCG, the more expensive those cards are going to get if he keeps the TCG tournaments alive.
Which they're only going to, like you said, he's relentless and he's multifaceted. You know, so
now it's out of his hands. So now it's becoming it's not even one of the things where he has to maintain it.
Right.
Now he's got people that are involved. He's got communities that are popping up because of our community now. So like he's got to the point where he's interjected into our community.
Right.
So he doesn't have to do a lot of maintaining. We're maintaining for him
by
having this podcast. So I really think he's going to look at it as, how can I refine TCG so more people have fun in playing it? Because right now, is it built for grown men that are going to play at tournaments where they're going to collect cards like they did Pokemon? Or is it something where parents want to involve their kids? What is the direction?
Right,
that is a good point.
Lord said it took him 20 years before they reprinted the TCG set for Pokemon.
Wow.
So that like and to me, you know, even when just the National Sports Card Convention was coming up and they were doing the TCG tournament, right? I'm thinking to myself, these cards are going to get even more rare because there's only so many of them that are out. The boxes, you know, there was 14 packs per box, right? Or 13 packs per box of the TCG.
Packs, TCG Series 2.
So and they're basically gone at this point. So, you know, whoever, like people like me, I'm holding on to all my TCGs as collector pieces, but there's somebody out there that needs them to play the game. You know what I mean? So at that point, like the like my Willful Wizard rare card. You know what I mean? That's just going to go up in value because somebody's going to need that to play the game, to win the tournament, to get the whatever
Ooh,
super
to
dope.
win the tournament. So now you've really helped me with a sense of trajectory here. Just kind of just where footing has to land. It's that there's going to be tournaments. There's going to be prizes. There's going to be incentives to up the ante, up the value of your deck. It will, based on the collector's market, determine if you're able to get these majorly powerful, like tournament winning cards.
Right.
So that's going to continue the market of the TCG. And again, the TCG has a collector's aspect and a gameplay aspect where there is no gameplay aspect on Chrome. So Chrome just acts as a continual marketing springboard that leads deeper to the lore for the comic nerds and deeper to the lore for the game players.
For sure.
Yeah.
So
That's the way that I'm looking at it, is like everyone's eyes are focused on Topps Chrome right now, but I feel like Topps Chrome is just the spinach for Popeye, and Popeye is really the TCG.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Series 1
TCG,
is really
well,
Go
yeah,
put-
for sure.
I would say
Go
Series
put that on
1.
a T-shirt real quick.
Right.
Yeah, dude. I think the Series 1 cards, when they bring them out and they do Series 1, they're getting $800 a
for
card.
one,
shit.
One
for a
card.
spot. Like you don't even know what card you're getting.
You don't even know what card you're getting. You're $800 for a spot. $800. That's a mortgage payment, and probably less than a mortgage
Right.
payment, but a mortgage payment. $800 a spot for one card that you don't even know what slot you're getting. It's $8,000 for a box. There's 10
Real
cards.
quick,
It's crazy.
Lord, that guy. If you're listening right now, do you know what they were giving away for the TCG tournaments? I know if you won the TCG tournament, you got something super rare that you can't just buy. You know what I mean? So like those are definitely like incentives where I saw at this last National Sports Car Convention that people were like, yeah, bro, I'm definitely like at least joining the tournament because everyone got like these special coins or they got something rare that like first TCG tournament for VeeFriends.
Yeah.
Type shit. But I do want
The
to add.
incentives will be there. We're a giving community.
Yeah.
VeeFriends, from the top to the bottom. Doesn't matter if you're a collector like me who can only collect on occasion because money is tight, and I'm not gonna blow money that I can't afford to. But I am gonna spend money that would have been wasted otherwise on things that I believe will A, bring me joy, which keeps me sober, and B, give me an opportunity to have those conversations with my kids about tenacity, about empathy.
Sammy's here.
Sammy, what up? Yeah,
Sammy
just
and-
to check in with
and
the
Nick
chat.
Ellis.
Lord, that guy had dropped something about wanting to jump in the conversation when we were talking about a game night. I'm just curious, Lord, that guy, where's he located? Do you know?
I'm not sure.
Lord, that guy, where are you? Where are you based out of? And,
Hey,
plus-
Sam said
plus-
he's making it every Tuesday night thing. Let's go, Sam. What do you think of my shirt, bro? I just made this today. This motherfucker's bad, bro. Old school Jordan, 1985 style.
It's a fire shirt.
Yeah.
Went to 2 in New York. Soggy won the first and got the gold PPC trophy. Whoa, the second time.
See, bro? Like
It was
like,
a qualifier, and the winner got a sealed TCG box. Runner-up got a hobby box. And he's based out of the Bronx. Fuck yeah.
That's dope, bro. So, and I never see Soggy like flexing that
New
thing,
York
so
in the building. Thanks for being here with us, Lord. That guy. I appreciate you.
What's a PPC trophy? What's
Yeah, the PPC trophy that was lost on me a little bit too. Ain't no party like a J Banks party because a J Banks party don't stop.
Let's go, Nick Ellis.
Hey.
How you feeling, bro? Hey, man, you guys are gonna make me want to do this every Tuesday. If I can just connect, if I can connect with my cousins and friends, like best friends from around the world, like just sitting here hanging out with my best friends from Cincinnati, let's go, bro.
This is it.
But I do have a question, bro, because Yam and I were talking earlier, and he was like, "Bro, I want to learn more about this VeeFriend stuff." And I'm like, "Yo, bro, like."
He feels like me when you guys start talking about the intricacies of a sports ball game. Like it's like I can talk players a little bit, I can talk trades and stuff, but when you get down to like nitty gritties of like, no, if he had just done this instead of this, like I'd be sitting over here just like,
I can get you.
I just been.
I can teach you whatever you want to know, bro.
But here's the thing. I told Kurt, I was like, bro, like, to be honest with you, like, you know, you're getting a lot of knowledge just from hanging out and hearing what we're talking about.
Yeah, I'm a sponge right now.
But if you just jumped on Whatnot in the mornings and just like while you're doing your workout or whatever you're doing, just throw the headphones on and listen to the community on Whatnot, like, you're gonna gain so much knowledge. Just like, you don't even have to bid on anything.
I'll start sending you an invite
It's just
link.
watching. It's just watching what sells and what doesn't on Whatnot. You know what I mean? And then you're hearing people where people are asking for certain cards, and you're like, well, why? You know, you can even say, like, why are you asking for that card? And they'll be like, well, there's the 4 1-of-1 Superfractors are still out there.
Well, I mean, basically, like, since the beginning, we've been watching certain characters.
Plush Garden, native brand collab, please. You know, and speaking of collabs with people on the Whatnot community in general, you know, when I was saying, I think we went offline for a minute when I was talking about it, but in short, I'll just sum up that at Beyond the Stage, we're developing a sponsorship outreach program, which is essentially, you know, giving businesses an opportunity to soak up any bit of our audiences and get attention towards whatever it is that those businesses are doing. But I think, just spitballing here, when we actually have a framework like that for Beyond the Stage that I can, you know, distill and take that framework over to you, and you can use that same framework to get sponsors for the podcast, rather than just taking that framework based on businesses, right? I think that we could possibly have some small booster spots right here on the Native Brand podcast every single week at the end of the show, maybe, or mid-show, because you know you've still got people from the beginning with you. You're not going to have everybody all the way to the end, right? So mid-show, you run a list, and you have a list of people who paid a small nominal amount for us to promote their upcoming Whatnot show, and we can do this for them on a weekly basis, and that list can be 20 fucking people long because this is a 90-minute minimum podcast.
I like that. I just, as you're
Just
saying,
spitballing, thinking out loud.
I love it. As you're saying it, like, I'm downloading it and interpreting it to my own brain. And I'm like, you know what? What if we got a sponsor that gave us X amount of money, and that X amount of money we put towards giving stuff away? So, like, you know how, like, everyone's got the Givvies, but, like, what if this Givvy's sponsored by Cincinnati Bell?
This Givvy's sponsored by Plush Garden, and we give away some super dope stickers that she just asked for a
This
native brand
reel
Plush
is-
Garden collab. Now
Bro,
you're giving
this
away
reel-
Plush
Hey,
Garden.
peep this.
Now
This
you
reel
can
is-
give away a collab that you guys do together that promotes both of you in the same fucking breath.
Right. Yeah. But I want to get back to Yam as soon as I'm done showing these Plush Garden stickers here. So
Please show them off. What do you got there?
yeah, she's killing it, bro. So, like, everything's all lenticular, holographic, right?
Oh, that is fire.
Got the tough to beat a worm from the dirt. And the crazy thing is, bro, she did these while we were on the podcast last week. So we were talking
Pumpkin
about
patch themed.
pumpkin patch. Yeah, and that's
adorable.
I know, dude. And Andrew was like, why, you know, do you know why she's doing the Halloween theme? I'm like, bro, like, she's emo. You know what I mean? Like, that and Halloween's the shit.
That part.
But she was doing the ducks because Andrew was talking about the ducks. Look at this, bro. Custom. It says native on the pirate hat.
That's hard as fuck.
Yeah. She's crushing it, bro. And then all of them have a little plush garden on the back.
She straight up sent you some collab stickers with.
Bro, wait till you see that. This next one's my favorite here. Yeah, the little gritty ghost.
Look at that.
That's holographic.
This one's my favorite, bro.
Oh,
She-
that's
she
cold
put Blink-
fucking blooded.
she put Blink in
put
there. Let's
Brave
go.
Blink right on top of the fucking basket. I'm fucking hype right now.
Yeah, bro. And then another black cat
Just be yourself.
dressed as
Man,
the,
that is so on brand.
and then she made me the native one, bro. Let's go.
Oh my god, my fucking heart right now.
Right? And then on the back it says only the most dope people will get the plush garden stickers.
Listen, I'm gonna say
the back
this.
is just as important as the front for this card, bro.
Only the most dope people get Plush Garden stickers.
Most dope. Mac
Most
Miller.
dope. Thumbs up, baby.
Dope.
Mac
Rest in
Miller,
peace,
let's
Mac
roll.
Rest in peace,
You know
man.
I'm a huge Mac fan.
But yeah, bro. All right, so Yam. So you've been watching us talk about VeeFriends for a while.
Yeah.
What like, and I'm sure the reason why you want to get in is because of the fact that it like you see how much fun we're having doing it, right? It's gambling, but it's almost safe gambling because like this hobby box right here, right? When they first came out, $99. And then they were $150, and then they went to $3, then they went to $4, then they went to $5. Now they're close to $700. The reason why they're close to $700 is because there's a good chance there's a card in here that's worth $500 or more.
So the
you know what I
value gonna
mean?
go up.
So the value goes up, and especially like, Gary did it smart. He did it to the point where every character's got a one of one. You know what I mean? And everybody relates to some character or another. You know what I mean? Like I love the motivated monster, bro. You know what I mean? Like that's something that's so like no one's really paying attention to the motivated monster just because he's not a part of the Chrome set. You know what I mean? Like he's in the Whispers and he's in the Forest.
I got a motivated monster series too.
Who is the sleeping character that if they drop it as a Topps Chrome card will blow up like
Wizard and the Devil?
But it's not a sleeping character. That's an obvious one.
I mean, to us it's obvious, but to
I'm talking like who is the character that's going to be like
Oak Tree?
What the Patient Panda was, because the Patient Panda became kind of a thing in the TCG2 conversation. Like, get you a panda, make sure you grab a panda because panda value is going up.
Zella Zombie. It's gonna.
I would say a zombie is definitely that character that would.
Thank you, Plush Guard.
No.
This is incredible.
The oak monster, I think, is a big one.
Oak monster.
Yeah.
For that guy, you said those aren't sleepers. Like, what would you
Patient
say?
Panda
What would you say is a
was,
sleeper?
Right? I would say. What would you say? I mean, a panda is obviously a popular animal, but what would you say is a character that is a sleeper? I mean, the Tenacious Termite obviously has been the conversation because of Gary bringing it up, but what character that isn't in Gary's conversation right now? What character are you thinking for, Topps Chrome 2026?
That wasn't in 2025, correct?
Yeah, they can't be in 2025. They're going to be what's coming next. What is coming next? What do you think? Any of the chat, just throw out some characters if you know what we're talking about. But it's just for me. What
I want to know
character?
what Lord that guy
When
thinks.
you say
I'm trying to
sleeper,
hear.
you mean like underrated?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yes,
I was trying
underrated.
to connect the dots on that.
Oh shoot! What happened? Welcome to Ultra.
Welcome
There we
to
are.
Ultra.
Yeah.
Reliable Rat or the Tenacious Turkey. I can see the Tenacious Turkey definitely taking a front seat. And anything that has a holiday attached to it, obviously the zombie, the vampire, the bold as fuck bat. Like there's going to be a lot of like come ups in October where all of a sudden like these characters, and I'm sure they're going to do some super stickers along with them. They did them in October of 2023, 2022.
Cynical Cat until it became Topps Chrome. Yeah, I mean, I totally agree. I think that the Cynical Cat, they turned that into a villain, which anytime something's a villain, it's going to get some shine. I mean, I really kind of think about this as in terms of what Disney does, because Disney, they set certain characters to be the leaders, and then they put characters around them, and Marvel does the same thing. And I think Gary's doing the same thing, but there's
Suffocate
so many. But
Hate is
this
definitely
more.
I think Suffocate Hate
for sure.
was an underrated character, and I do think that there is room to grow for that character.
Wait, what character is that?
Hey, let me ask you a question.
Suffocate
though,
Hate.
real
It's
quick.
the one where it's like an angry face being consumed by a bunch of happy faces. It almost looks like an atom with a bunch of bubbles wrapping around it.
I don't know if I even paid attention to that one.
Hey,
Well, you guys are talking Tenacious Turkey. That one went right over my head. So I love that like we're all deep VeeFriends fans, and you guys have been in it even longer than me. But we're both like
Tenacious Turkey.
But it can happen. Like
Yeah.
it can happen. One can go underrated under the radar, but it can have such a powerful meaning.
It's on the
or-
black and white face one, right? Black, white, and red. There's a character.
I want to
that's
say it's like if I could be wrong, but I want to say it's like yellow, blue, and red.
okay. Yeah, what were we talking about?
All right, so speaking like you know how like the names always like Tenacious Turkey.
What's
Tenacious
that
Turkey,
word
or,
again?
like,
Slipping my mind right now, boys.
Are you
Alliteration.
Like, I
are you
wanna-
only getting one sound out?
no, it's
Alliteration.
I'm straight.
Okay.
The alliteration.
I want to know like what inspired him to like make the names for the cards.
Right.
You
I mean
feel
that's
me?
I mean it's a
We
good
can-
question, but he's you know what I
we can
saw
tell you
today.
that
What I'm saying?
mostly
So-
we can tell you mostly what he's intending. She's trying to educate, but yeah.
Yeah, he's trying to relate to the young kids and teach them responsibility and teach them, tenacity and teach them, being cynical isn't the way to go, right?
Yeah.
So he's trying to tap into the youth and make the cards not just about Pikachu, right? Like he's trying to get some relevance towards it.
Like
you know what?
Positive attributes,
knowledge,
as Lord
like-
Plush Garden just said.
Yeah, and he's working
I got
with schools right now. They're trying to work with teachers to implement the VeeFriends community into schools, bro.
That could work.
If
That
that,
is huge.
bro, that's huge.
It's
If
huge.
that happens,
Making soft
that's
skills
bigger than
cool.
the Disney. That's bigger than the Disney buses.
Yeah, I think an underrated character that is going to come out swinging hard. Speaking of which, the hardworking wombat.
Yes.
I believe that one when that drops in Topps Chrome, I think that one will shoot up because he's going to be like, hard work is what we've done here this whole time. And he's going to relate to all the work that his team has put in, and he's going to because it's built into the name, and they've used the wombat on a few different things on the stickers. So I think that I have a hardworking wombat sticker on mine, but like that's the thing is they have these characters that describe, and that is as descriptive as it gets when it comes to the work that it takes to have a creative crab hat on your head to get to the point to do that. The work that he's put in, we talk about collectibles and all that stuff, but the brain power is just as much work as the physical action of it. So I think hardworking wombat is underrated and will get a big push if it makes it 2026 or 2027, because it's going to be interesting what he holds back for the third drop. What
100%.
character is he holding back for the third drop when he needs to
The
boost
Just
it
Jack.
down?
Also, Dialed. I also think Dialed and Doggo is going to be.
But it's already been released.
I'm projecting that it's going to become a huge character as the cartoon and the comic grows.
Kids love dogs, man.
I'm just throwing this out there because A, kids love dogs, and B, this is one of the biggest challenges that most any and every entrepreneur has to face and has to go down one of two paths. They either go down the path where it crushes them, or they go down the path where they adapt with it. And what? Give me just one quick second.
Yeah, I think that you're totally onto something with the Dowden dog.
Well, it's
But I
the
think-
ability to zoom in and zoom out, right? It's when you're too zoomed in and you're too focused, you are actually missing how your focal point plays into the big picture.
True.
So
And I
it's
think,
being
but
able
the
to zoom
Dowden
in.
dog itself in the character, I think he can create a story for kids, and it's an easily digested because it is a dog. And,
Yeah.
and that's like my take with like when I think on Charlie's level, like she still chooses the resourceful Robin. I've given her multiple opportunities to choose. I show the stickers and stuff what's available. I'm like, what is your character? And she's like, where's the red bird? And I'm like, the Robin. She's like, the red Robin. I was like that. And then she's gone back to that. And she is kind of resourceful in her own right. She uses these cardboard boxes to make little Barbie areas, and she puts blankets under them so it doesn't look like cardboard.
Yeah.
But she utilizes the frame as the cardboard boxes, so I don't throw them away. It seems like I'm collecting cardboard boxes, but they're like little Barbie, the holder, but she puts
She's
a blanket.
making a mansion, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, she puts the blanket over it, and so then it just looks like a pink blanket, and she puts them in there, and it fits the length of them. So she's got little beds, and she's done all of them, and I had to move them into a room because I've got a schooling set up for her now. But like, she still has them all set up, and it's all in the cardboard boxes. So she chose it, and she doesn't really know what resourceful means at all, quite frankly, at all. But she is that, which is a really interesting dynamic,
Right.
because that's the sticker I got signed.
Yeah.
She chose that from like, I mean, even before we're talking to this level of VeeFriends, actually.
For sure, yeah.
So,
we didn't even know all the characters when you were figuring that out. Yeah.
I just got all the stickers. I'm like, you choose a sticker. These are the ones you've the option. There's too many. You get these 30 characters because there was 15 per pack. I had 2 packs. She had 30 stickers to choose from. There was a couple multiples, but really they were mostly all unique.
Right.
And she chose that right away. She's like, I want this one. Yeah. And it had the 2 hearts in it. There was a lot of dynamic. I didn't even think about when she chose that. Because it has 2 hearts in the Robin. Yeah. And he chose it for his mom. And then he signed your poster using like a poll, which was very resourceful. There's just a lot of happenings happening here that I can't ignore. So like I dive in because of the alignment that it has aligned with my life. You know what I mean? And yours is different than mine. Yeah. Like I don't even have the attachment to the wizard at all. Yeah. Like I wouldn't think twice at all. But I think it's cool that we have the guy down here, but like I have no attachment to it, but I know it's a big character.
I mean,
but it's like interesting how your attachment is.
I mean,
than mine.
the crazy thing, bro. Like, so for Christmas time, for my dad's birthday, like we would buy him like wizard statues. You know what I mean? Like
right.
Actual wizard statues that fucking made some whimsical weird noise or whatever. But my dad's always been infatuated with wizards, so.
Metal statues, do you know what I'm talking about? That had like my mom hated those, but the ones that were like metal and they had dragons. I don't know.
Oh yeah, no.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Like
yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Those were pretty cool looking. My mom, sorry, mom, she hated that shit. And I was like, those are the coolest shit. She's like, those not in our house. I'm like, what? It's not gonna carry some spirit. It's a cool statue some guy made in his basement.
Right.
Like I want that shit because it had like castles and wizards and like they had,
that's pretty much what we would get my dad. Yeah, for sure.
Like
but it wasn't made of metal or anything like that.
Oh, okay, they had the metal ones that they always had them at like, you know, like Renaissance Fair things. Because I did go to Renaissance Fair stuff earlier. They had these metal things.
Ohio Renaissance Fest is the shit.
Crazy cool. I know. I don't get to go as much. You got to go more recently than me.
Kayla wants to get a season pass. That's how fucking incredible it is.
The Renaissance Fest.
It's the best.
Go in on them. It's amazing.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. So it's out here by Wilmington, Ohio, right? It's like an hour from here, 45 minutes.
I've been working with the Jousting Knight, like the guy who does all their costume design.
Really?
His face is on the billboard for the fucking fair for some of the things that he does.
No shit.
Yeah, they use him as like and he's the guy who runs the embroidery shop I've been working in.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, Sir Tanus.
It's incredible, bro. So it's what
is alignment, bro.
It's a throwback.
I just had to throw that out there. Sorry.
It's like. So the Ohio Renaissance Festival. It's basically like you're going back to like the Renaissance era.
Medieval
times, bro.
Okay.
Like jousting, like jousting and knights and
round table chicken legs.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Okay. Yeah, like legit. Actually, you know what? I've got a photo
kings,
here.
Queens, squires, like
there's this basketball court that we used to hoop at back close towards like around like the Miamisburg. Can you hear me? The Miamisburg, like West Carrollton area. And it was on a hill, and then like while we hooping, like we'll see these dudes. They come out with like swords and shields and stuff like that, and they used to like fight each other. Is that the same?
Here's a photo of Kayla and I at the Renaissance Fest, bro.
Okay. Yeah.
You'll see a lot of people dressed as pirates. And in fact, I'm friends with the Pirates Creed. They're a band that plays the Renaissance Fair and have like a small community of people who just love pirate culture. And, you know, back in medieval times, motherfuckers took to the seas, too.
Yeah, bro. But when we were talking about with the Dialed In Dog earlier, bro, like I really feel like I onboard kids when they come in here. You know, we leave some of the VeeFriends cards out on the counter just so people can look at them. And like the kids, bro.
I've given some of mine away.
Like, yeah, me too. Like eight to probably 13 years old, 6 to 13 years old. Like these kids are coming in and they're pointing like, you know, baseball cards. Like we've got stacks of cards behind the counter.
Yeah.
They're pointing at them right away, and it's like, oh, sorry, buddy, these aren't for sale. But then we show them the VeeFriends cards, and all these kids, they always at least for me, they always gravitate towards the bulldog, and it's like, you know, after the third time, it's like, okay, like these kids are relating to an animal that they have,
a dog.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But it's just one of those things.
Power. And he's made multiple dogs as a powerful position.
Yeah.
Lord, that guy said he got a sweet Gandalf pipe at Renfest. Fuck yeah, we love arts and crafts here. Craft glass is the where it's at. Man.
I almost bought a pipe the other day. Caitlin's like, "You are not gonna be smoking out of that." It was like
a true Sherlock. Yeah,
with
no,
the
you are a
face on
Sherlock.
the end of
Fuck,
it.
man. Listen, that girl is holding you back. You be yourself, okay? You get that fucking Sherlock, okay?
She just doesn't. She likes passing the blunt. She doesn't want to pass the
Pipe.
the pipe.
I ain't mad at her.
Oh.
No, my girl gets tired of it too. She's so sick of the fucking glass bowl. She's like, "Can we roll a blunt?
Yeah.
Can we roll
I
up?"
love my bowl.
I know you do, bud.
But here's the thing. All right, let's talk about the dog aspect, but I also want to talk about the characters, because here on VeeFriends we should keep this rolling, because at the end of the day we're entering the very beginning of a 3-year plan, and the amount of stories he can tell that may not get told for 2 more years is crazy. Think about what we're surmising Dialed In Dog.
Wow. Let that sink in.
Let that sink in. We are surmising Dialed In Dog. Now, Courtney Connect, shout out, her favorite character is the Dialed In Dog, so I'm sure he's going to rush to it so one of his teammates, his team members, gets her shine on her character, right? Decisive Duck is a huge character because on the packaging,
Courtney's
he knocked
actually
that
a
out.
big reason that I went with Hustling Hamster too. Like, you told me that's me. You were like, "John,
felt
you're the
it,
Hustling
yeah.
Hamster. That's
I
you."
felt it, yeah.
But then, like, within my first 2 streams, both streams of my first 2 streams, I met Courtney and she shouted me out, like, welcome my energy, welcome me in the community, and connected with me after the live stream, in some way. So, like, I think that. Just seeing her say, like, Hustling Hamster, it's low key, it's gonna be a big character. I think
It is, and I think it is as well. And it is a big character too, because think about one of the keychains that's actually on Kurt's keychain, courtside Kurt's keychain, is the Hustling Hamster. They chose to make one of the keychains a Hustling Hamster. So those characters are going to be part of the story because they're easily accessible in their merch line. They have the intention when dropping the characters of what's going to get big, because they put it in early merch lines to basically condition you to know those characters off rip.
Yeah, I got my Hustling Hamster keychain,
Early.
even though my keychain, and I know the keychain's not like worth any extra money for me. It's a collector's item. It's something that I love and brings me joy.
Right. So it's an easy character to attach because it's a popular word. Hustling is a popular word, even though Gary doesn't love the terminology, but he knows the word is a trigger word for a lot of people. So just like hardworking Wombat or like...
Well, it's because hustle,
It's hustle culture.
It's gotten a negative connotation because it had a negative connotation, initially from a place of, if somebody quote unquote hustles you, what that means is they have duped you or taken advantage of you in some way, which is how, and hustling drugs, something that's addictive, is in that way because you're giving them something that they physically will struggle without. That's how hustle, like that's where it began, yeah. But on the same tip, hustle, became adopted by, more pop culture as hard work. Like, it's about not knocking your hustle, right? So basically it came to a point where, of course, drug dealers or pimps, what they're selling isn't something that everybody is going to condone what they're selling. But even guys in white-collar businesses, and those guys, because of their money status, might end up in the same rooms. They're having conversations, well, I won't knock your hustle, you don't knock mine.
Sure.
Right?
Hustle culture. It became part of our social media conversation. I mean, it might have started on the streets, just like you're speaking on, but like it bled into sports because hustle became something you're hustling on the field when you're on. They're like, when anytime someone wants to pump up
the steps you're willing to take that others aren't taking, baby.
For sure. When the practice is getting lax, what does a coach say? You better hustle. It's a common term that in the sports
Need
culture.
to see some hustle.
Yeah,
right. It comes
I agree.
AKA,
I agree with
it's so
both.
funny.
I agree with both
How
y'all
did the word?
perspectives.
I need to see some hustle, AKA some fucking effort.
Effort,
How
yeah.
did the word effort become something that is scorned?
Yeah, but then that goes back to the hamster because the hamster's
get me started.
the hamster's on the wheel,
Oh.
which creates the hustle. So like when you come down to the thought process behind where he's putting the characters with it and the alliteration that comes to where he's putting a willful wizard and a hustling hamster and a decisive duck all in the same room. Meanwhile, he's got someone like the OG Ox,
I was just
where
about
he
to-
doesn't necessarily have to. I got you. When he doesn't necessarily have to have like the alliteration there because OG is such a word that doesn't have alliteration with it, but the O in ox, because I don't know, an ox is something that people don't really talk about a lot, but it is an animal that is badass, right? No one really understands like
Oxen?
dude. Oxens are crazy,
Bro.
bro. It's insane. But is it an OG animal? It's
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
So like really it comes
I see
down
you.
to it's more along the lines of where he's taking the words with the alliteration and he's
Yes.
combining them and he's putting characters in these places that you wouldn't even think to talk about them. That's really innovative.
Yeah.
You know,
I
and so
agree.
and like I really think on that level the value of the cards are because of someone is so innovative because he's not someone you'd pick out of a crowd until you know Gary Vee. You
Bro,
know
let
what I
me
mean?
let-
And that's,
let-
it's incredible to see what he's doing.
Let
man.
me tell you how smart Gary Vee is, bro.
Tell
so, in the '90s when Pokemon was out, right?
Yeah.
Teachers didn't like Pokemon didn't go to schools and say, "Hey, teach kids how to use Pokemon," right? Like the kids were just in between classes playing Pokemon in the hallways on the floor.
I was one of those.
You know what I
kids.
mean? Like
I had the Game Boy.
you literally have 4 minutes or 5 minutes
That's
to
deep, by the
play
way.
your entire game for your next class,
Yeah.
and that's how Pokemon got its fame, right? It was just this underground thing with these kids, and so Gary's looking at all aspects of what made these brands big. I said, okay, Pokemon got big from high schools, so let's instead of going in the back door and being in the 4 or 5 minute in between classes, let's see if we can get the teachers to teach these kids about VeeFriends.
Boom.
Like
Education.
he's taking everything and just putting a little bit of fuel to it, bro.
Little fuel.
You know what I mean? Just like
Just enough each time too.
just tweak it enough just to amp it up. Where like, okay, this is that version on steroids.
And you mentioned
every single time.
You mentioned Pokemon in this conversation a lot, and Gary and his team have name dropped Pokemon and Marvel, but they always add Disney as a touch on the
Sesame
end
Street.
on the end of that, right? And,
Sesame Street.
and then they didn't all. I don't feel like they always added Sesame Street. I feel like that's something I more recently started hearing.
Oh, they
Is
did. That
something
was
you-
the start.
Okay,
That was the
that's
earliest
just
one.
not something that I. But either way, I think that Sesame Street is a perfect addition. What I'm saying here is, I think they took on the education, but they took on like, hey, all of you collectors, we're gonna hit those sports notes. We're gonna have some notes of collector and sports in this, but at the end of the day, this is for families and for society.
Yeah.
Right?
Which is
Like-
what was my original reserve, actually. So when he first, keep in mind when I started following Gary Vee 2016, like straight up, when someone told me I did speeches on stage for Ocean Grid, and someone said, "Hey man, this guy kind of sounds like you, bro. You should check him out." And I was like, I don't know. And keep in mind, 2016, by the time he came out with VeeFriends in 2021, I had Charlie at that point. And when I saw that he was posting this thing for kids, I'm like, Charlie's 2. She's way too young for this shit. Like, I was straight up. I was like, she's too young for this. I'm not going to be able to get into this Gary Vee thing. Like, I like what he's what he's been preaching for the last 5 years, but I don't know if I can jump into getting cards.
It just didn't stay on your radar.
It wasn't, he kept pushing it because I remember him originally saying it. But then when as she got older and he started pushing Whatnot, and then we kind of all collabed at the same time. It was like the perfect storm. But he got through Series 1 and Series 2 before I was really that interested. I saw him post about it. I saw it. I'm like, I don't think Charlie's going to appreciate this, but he promoted it as for the kids. So he pushed me away from the start.
And it's all 40-year-olds. It's all 40 plus in these fucking.
But he promoted it at the start as the kids thing.
Oh yeah.
I remember hearing about it.
I mean, that's the best part is when you promote it for the kids, and then another demographic comes in and says, "I want this." It's
Right,
like, okay,
right.
we're gonna stay focused on the kids,
Plush Garden, you still there?
and then you guys are gonna be able to tap in on it.
Right, exactly. And I was already tapped in, so I was following the videos. I mean, at that point, we were still talking Gary Vee. I mean, in 2019, we got involved, so like we were talking Gary Vee for a minute. But I saw the VeeFriends stuff pop up, but I was like, Charlie's not ready for that. I wasn't thinking me being Pokemon Andrew with VeeFriends.
Right,
I wasn't
right.
thinking like that. I was
Plush
like,
says,
Sorry, Plush. I apologize. I apologize.
What is it? What is
she
it?
says she's 29, but like,
I'm
okay.
31. You're closer to my age.
But I'm
than
just
Plush.
37.
I'm
37.
just seeing this in the feed, like when people are talking, it's always an older crowd in there that's like even the music that's playing, like when there's like rock music, like there's people like, oh, I fuck with this music, and then when it's like hip hop or EDM, like people are like, nope.
Yeah, I think that's really because it's hitting the nostalgia spot where people
see that.
when they
I
were
can see that.
when they were younger with Pokemon and when Magic came to be and then Yu-Gi-Oh, and it kind of
And
developed.
I've played all three of these trading card
and that's
games.
something that like the psyche version of Gary Vee would be like, that's dope. Okay, so what Andrew's saying right now, we need to play music from 1994, 95 in the background. You know what I mean? And like, instead of playing the new music or the other stuff, let's play the stuff from 1994, 1995 when Pokemon first got big.
Sure.
Because then it's gonna hit something in the brain that it's not gonna slap you in the face and be like, psh, by VeeFriends, but there's gonna be something in the back of your brain that goes, oh, I like this.
Yeah,
There's like, oh,
era.
this is like nostalgia to me.
that's why he made the Confident Cobra look like Arbok.
From Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
I remember Arbok.
that's
Hey,
dope.
we're in the fishbowl right now. People are walking by at Newport on the Levee. We're at the Native brand, Native on the Levee, and Newport, Kentucky.
We
So
should just turn that camera around to the glass.
Oh, that's fucking,
No, the one that's on the
yeah,
glass.
Oh,
that's
oh,
fucking
yeah.
genius.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, bro.
That's how you feature.
No, you know, yeah, I guess you can do it now.
No, that's great.
Yeah, that
If
is
we
great.
get one wave on camera today, that's perfect for
Where's
the clip.
Right.
There we are.
Clip that. Clip
Don't-
that.
Someone could-
Don't clip that. There's nobody there.
But that's where you can.
Don't
Here you
clip
go.
it.
Here you go. Here you go. Here you go.
That's good.
Where's it? There it is.
He
Yeah.
bobbled it. He said he bobbled that. But you know, one of the characters is literally Arbok. It looks just like Arbok
I
from
know what you're
Pokemon.
talking
So like he is already playing back to characters that we experienced as kids. And since he's hitting those spots, and there's a reason he put Confident Cobra on everything.
Right.
Because he knows that's hitting nostalgia. I got to get you guys on nostalgia. So I know Arbok is definitely an easy transition because it's a snake. So I'm going to make the Confident Cobra Arbok. It's the
Purple.
Look at him. If you look at Arbok on Pokemon and you look at the Confident Cobra and all the iterations of it, it is practically the same character. So at that same point, you're looking at nostalgia. Arbok wasn't my favorite character, but I definitely remember it. I have it
I remember.
for sure.
All right, bro. We got
And nostalgia's
20.
huge.
We got 22 minutes left, and we've got to talk about the Bengals. Got to talk about the Bengals.
Oh,
Got
they
to talk
just-
about
Oh,
the
what a
NFL.
They just
Switch.
won. It was 31-17, I believe.
Shout out. That
It was-
Shout out for sure. That
It was a bro. Like
wasn't it
Browning looks good, bro.
Browning does look good.
He looks fucking good. You know,
Pushing-
it's
pushing
almost-
through.
I told
Tinsley?
They said
I
he was
told,
throwing passes on a
dude,
dime.
Mitchell Tinsley.
Tinsley.
Mitchell Tinsley's killing.
killing it. He better get a slot.
Is he gonna
getting-
get? Is he gonna get traded? You think he's gonna get slot, or you think he's gonna get traded?
I bet you the Bills want him.
Bro, bro.
The Bills want everyone.
All right, Sammy, what do you think, bro? So Sammy's got he said he
Team
has
Rocket,
he has
I love
all
that.
of his paperwork out. He's like, I've got all my predictions for the NFL
Sam
season.
Albino.
Lord, that guy? I'm gonna need you to
Albano,
be a part
yeah.
of my first
Albano.
Pokemon break. I'm
That's my mother's last name, Albano.
Albano.
Yeah. So when it comes to the game last night, bro, like Joe looked good. I didn't see anything from Jamar or T, but you know They're
gotta
good.
play.
They're good. I mean,
Yeah.
I missed like the first 3 minutes of the game, and
You
I
missed
looked,
it all.
I missed everything.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
It's like 2 drives or
That's
3 drives.
well. That's why I told Kalen. I'm like, we got to get back to the house by 8, bro. Like we had to go pick up Aslan, and then she's got her driver's permit, so now she wants to like test the roads and stuff. And I'm like, can we pump the brakes and just do this tomorrow because the game starts at 8. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
man, yeah, you only
and-
got 3 drives.
yeah. So
They
we
played
got
the first
I saw Joe, but for a couple plays, but then they took him out.
They did play. He played the first quarter.
Yeah,
The whole thing.
But bro, like
Looking
Browning
good.
looks good. Dude.
Browning
and I'm
is
like
the
I'm
best backup in the league.
the best backup, bro. And like I'm telling you, like I hate to say it, bro. Like I want to see him go to a different team. You know what I mean? Like that type of I mean
He's not a starter.
you don't think he's a starter. He fucking balled when Burrow got hurt.
I think Browning could win a playoff game. Browning could win 2 playoff games.
You
and
think-
he could play.
What do you think
but
about
if you
taking
get to a,
Flacco's
if you
spot?
get, if you get, well, I
Yeah,
think
he could.
Flacco's gonna be on the Browns because the Browns need dysfunction and they don't want to win this season. The Browns want Archie Manning.
I mean, to be honest with you,
The Browns
though,
want Archie Manning.
Like,
So the Browns don't wanna win.
Isn't that when shit really happens? When you bring like an iconic quarterback like Joe Flacco in, and you're like, we don't give a fuck about the season.
Yeah, but you bring
Isn't-
Joe Flacco in, and you have Joe Flacco there because you have Shedeur Sanders, and you don't want Shedeur Sanders to take over the wheel just yet. But you really want Archie Manning, and you're stuck in this position. So you start Joe Flacco because he's the only one that could potentially
Then why'd you get
outshine.
Shedeur in the first place? Why'd you spend the time and money because you don't want other teams to have him?
No, I think they got Shedeur because they wanted to have trade bait in the future.
What's Sam
I think they
saying,
want
bro?
Archie Manning because Archie Manning's connected. The Manning family they are in talks with the owner of the Browns. So like I think they want Archie Manning next year. Next year, quarterback draft is much better than the one we just went.
Hey, I don't mean to
Cam
jump,
Ward's
I don't-
gonna
I don't mean
go.
to jump off
Yeah,
topic,
jump, bro.
but back to the Bengals though. Y'all
let's
didn't
go.
see those 2 touchdown catches? That what's his name?
Mitchell
Tinsley?
Tinsley.
We just talked to him. Yeah, for sure.
Mitchell Tinsley,
Like,
bro.
Oh, y'all already.
A little bit. Yeah, go.
No,
go.
no,
Yeah,
no.
yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
I
We
thought- I
We
heard
mentioned
y'all
him
talking
earlier.
about
Yeah.
Browning.
Tinsley, we mentioned him earlier. Yeah.
Just quickly, but
He's gonna be a stud.
he's gonna be a stud,
Those
bro.
catches
But
were dope.
those bro, two touchdown catches and a great fucking catch in the center of the field too, which is like the hardest. You know you're gonna get fucking bodied when you're catching something midfield.
Midfield, yeah. I had a teammate tell me that.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I agree with you.
I had a buddy tell me that, bro. He's like, he's like
True
the sidelines, them shits are easy to catch. You know what I mean? Because you know that everyone's
3
coming from
years.
one side. But when you're
3
catching midfield, like you got
get
people come
cracked.
from both sides, and you don't know where to tense up.
I got a homie I used to hoop with in college, and he used to play football too, like in high school.
Mhm.
And he said he was playing this top ranked school or something like that. He said he went through the middle and caught the ball, and then that's the only thing he remembered.
Yep. 3 weeks later, he's asking for fucking pancakes from his mom.
You know,
Cracked
I'm gonna. That's interesting what Sam says. Okay, so I do think they do have an early schedule opportunity. They have to win against the Browns, which has always been a struggle. But I would hit the point of Browning will be a starter on another team in 3 years. I do think we can't retain Browning. I would take Browning over J.J. McCarthy.
Okay.
McCarthy for the Vikings.
Yeah.
Currently, I would take Browning over him, but McCarthy's younger, so he's going to have to go through the process of being young gun in the NFL. But right now, I would take Browning over him to help the Vikings go farther. I think Browning would do well with the Vikings with Justin Jefferson. If you got someone like that thrown to, I think Browning would potentially get them a winning season to the playoffs in that division with the Packers. But Browning, as far as like being in our division, I don't see him. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is in our division, and he's older, but I don't see him being. I mean, Lamar Jackson's ahead of him. You know what
For
I mean? He could go on the Browns and be ahead of Flacco, but Flacco is already proven. So like, where would Browning go to really be a starter?
Steelers.
That's
Would
true.
I take him over Aaron Rodgers right now? I don't know. for the future.
After last season,
Aaron Rodgers about to retire.
after
Yeah.
the 2 compared seasons, I don't know, man. You
We'll
know,
see. We'll see what happens with Aaron,
but then again,
It's
you know,
health.
it's Aaron Rodgers. It's one of those, you know, you never know. He could have the season of his life.
I hope he does.
This
I mean,
season.
I want him to because I don't want to see anyone struggle. But like, why our division?
Right.
If this is
right.
the year for him to blow up,
yeah.
shoot, like throw his deep bombs and then a touchdown, I would hate for it to be our game.
Dude,
like
you know,
like because he just will throw a bomb and he'll just land it.
Yeah.
And then everyone's like, we're the butt of the joke because it's gonna be the Bengals. That's gonna be the when it happens.
And that's what irritates me, bro. Like I was talking with this guy Seth Fowler this morning. He's a big sneakerhead. He's got a big YouTube channel, and he's got his own like sock brand called Apothecary. But Seth was asking if I was a Bengals fan. I'm like, yeah, bro. Like, of course, man.
He's not better than McCarthy. He right now. I'm sorry.
No, and that's bro. I'm telling you, man. When it comes to Sammy, bro, like Sammy and Rizzo. So like it's all the same side of the family.
I see him.
Rizzo and yeah.
But if I'm sorry, Jay.
Yo, go for it.
If McCarthy if you put McCarthy in an NFL game right now, I'm hoping they get a dub. If Browning goes in the NFL right now, I'm not afraid of any team. So I would say Browning over McCarthy in this current spot because McCarthy was hurt. I would take Browning over McCarthy for one game. So not better than McCarthy maybe projected, but I would say Browning right now for one game. I would take him over McCarthy.
See, here's the thing
If
about
I'm just being honest, because the way I just saw with the preseason, Browning plays good.
he comes out like he knew that he was going to play today. You know, like obviously
he knows he's gonna play.
he knew he was going to play today.
he has
But
to.
like when
Burrow would've got hurt.
when Burrow dude.
Dude, that's when I realized.
No,
The
bro.
foul-
Don't put that juju out there, bro.
Preseason's over.
Don't put
It's
that
over.
juju out there.
But that's real life. If you play preseason, you put yourself out to risk, dude.
Hey, you when last season when Browning, you said
Yeah,
Burrow got hurt?
yeah. When Burrow got hurt,
That's-
Browning came out and balled, bro.
That's when I realized. Oh yeah, I was like, he can ball.
Browning would end up in Miami.
But that's the thing is like it's not like he just looked like a second string quarterback. Like he looked like he was like, this is my time to
his
shine,
time, yeah.
and crushed it, bro. And then like the fucking girl, like his girl in the stands cheering him on, like that shit was like, you know what I mean? That was who was the Alabama quarterback that we had?
AJ McCarron.
AJ McCarron. Jesus, bro. Where's what is he in the
He's in-
Arena Football League still?
He
Yeah,
was in
bro.
he was in the St. Louis Battle Hawks.
Roll Tide all day, every
and
day,
They
then
let
no
him
matter
go
what.
and went back
he
to the
went
Bengals.
back to the
Bengals for a minute.
on the squad and then got
And then
kicked right back off.
and then back to the Battlehawks. But I don't know if their season's happening anymore. I don't know what's happening with that league.
you see we're getting an Arena Football team. Northern Kentucky is.
I think go with the Harambe's.
No, the Kentucky Barrels.
I was hoping you were about
The Kentucky
barrels.
Barrels.
Dude, trust me,
bourbon?
if it was gonna be the fucking Kentucky Harambe's,
I would have
like,
heard about it. Yeah,
yeah.
you would have texted me, but I was hoping you would drop something. I don't know.
the Barrels.
Maybe
Like
you heard
whiskey
about it
barrel?
earlier and you've been waiting to tell me. I don't know. But all right, the barrels.
Kurt, what are you asking?
What, like whiskey barrel?
Has a lighter
Probably.
ceiling.
That's
We need
great
that.
marketing.
That's probably
College
It's not bad
Kentucky
actually.
Barrel.
Preseason and practice doesn't mean
funny.
shit. Too many cameras on my opinions. Okay. All right, that's fair. I'm not mad about that. If I look at Browning on the field right now, I'm pretty confident in him. McCarthy, we'll see what growing pains he has to overcome. But like at the same time, McCarthy has Justin Jefferson and Browning would have Jamar Chase. So both of them have a leg up on the average quarterback.
Yeah.
But McCarthy's young, so his projection's way further. I mean, obviously, playing at Michigan, he's already played in the biggest situations, so he's got that.
Millie Oliver checking in.
Yeah. Browning, good, but not top 10 pick quality. No, I don't think Browning's a top 10 quick at all. I don't agree. I agree. I totally agree with you, but I don't think right now I would.
Who do we
for
got
one
checking in
game? I
from
would
the
choose
band?
Browning. That's all.
Who's
in 2025.
Top how many teams are in the NFL? 32. So he's top 33.
Browning.
He's got to be in the top 30.
I would take Browning over anyone right now on the Browns roster.
So he's a starter.
Yeah.
essentially.
For the Browns organization, I would take him over Joe Flacco.
That's
I would trust it. I would
That's what I
trust it.
said 4 minutes ago. Yeah,
Exactly,
yeah.
but
Okay.
I don't think that Joe Flacco, he needs to be the person to outshine Shedeur Sanders because it's really loud in that camp right now. Because if it's all just the distractions, but they know they're not going to win a lot of games. The Browns are prepared for this season to go.
Then why wouldn't they just rock Shedeur Sanders and let the jersey sales sell and the tickets sell?
That's what I
Because they
thought.
You
wouldn't-
know what I mean?
Because
Because
they're gonna have that anyways.
he's bringing bond. Not if he's sitting on the bench.
He is. Why don't you throw him out there mid-season when you need a little bit of a pick-me-up?
What if Joe Flacco? Well, if Joe Flacco does well, then the
Then it doesn't
stadium
matter.
sells and jerseys
Doesn't
sell.
matter. Right.
But
So
Joe Flacco is getting older.
that's
Yeah,
why,
he's
that's why
like
they give him an
47,
opportunity.
bro.
Yeah, that's why they're giving him the opportunity.
Like he
Ravens versus
how
Bucks, Super
old
Bowl.
is Flacco?
Ravens first Bucks
probably
Super
gotta be
Bowl.
like
What?
40.
You think
All
what?
right, so yeah,
Okay. All right.
Ravens Bucks
think-
Super Bowl is what he said.
He's basically saying that Lamar is going to play. Wait, hear your sleeper NFL pick to go Super Bowl this year.
Tampa Bay, book it now.
Browning. Okay, so we're there. I don't know about that. I mean, the Ravens, I can definitely see. I mean, Lamar Jackson's going to go off over Giants. What do you think about Daniel Jones now taking over quarterback? Because he's the quarterback in for the Titans.
I don't even know who that is.
Daniel Jones, he played the quarterback for the Giants, but he's taken over the quarterback role for the Titans.
What college he come from?
Daniel Jones,
We don't know. I don't know.
Uh,
who he
I think
is.
Jaden Daniels looked incredible last
Ole
night
Miss?
for the
even
fucking
know.
he followed
6 minutes
Eli
he played.
Manning.
Oh,
Jaden
okay.
Daniels, bro, just
He's
fucking.
gonna crush it, bro.
Yeah.
And he's got Deebo Samuel,
Oh shit.
who came from the Niners.
Yeah.
They didn't want to pay him, so now the Washington Commanders about to eat.
Yeah.
It's gonna be crazy. They could probably. I think Jaden Daniels. I actually think a Ravens Washington Super Bowl is more likely than a Buccaneers Ravens Super Bowl.
Who's
Ravens,
the
Washington
Bucs
Commanders.
That's wow.
But they lost a lot on defense. They did. But I think the offense of Jaden Daniels, he looked pretty good. Detroit got worse. I agree. Detroit did get worse. I don't believe in Detroit this year. I agree with you. Oh, Sean Bucci.
Bucci in the
All
building.
right, so Sam, do you think the Bengals make the playoffs this year?
Sure. What up, though?
For Colts. My bad. For Colts. Not the Titans. The Colts. You're right. My bad. Good call. Good for the Colts.
The Bengals can definitely make playoffs this year, but they got to come out strong.
Daniel Jones, Colts, yes.
Every season they always come out slow, like losing they'd be like 1-3
Not Titans.
or 1-4. Then now they got to play catch up, and then
Good call on that.
Do you think that's why they're letting?
Good call on that, Sam. Appreciate you.
Do you think that's why they're letting Burrow play a little bit more?
Yeah, I think they're letting Burrow play more so that they can get the warm up going. Because like last year and the year before, well, the injuries have really taken part on what he's not playing on preseason because we were worried about him getting hurt. But now that he's fully healthy, I mean, he looked good. He acts like he's not having a good preseason, but really he's looking pretty good.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem like he's feeling rushed. Even they're the backups that are coming at him, but not all backups.
it seemed
Yeah.
like his cardio together. I saw one play like he was running for his life again.
Tampa
Yeah.
Bay has the easiest schedule. Debo, overweight, not in. I love it. He's going in on it. Yeah, thank you for the Colts comment. Yeah, man. The Daniel Jones is starting for the Indianapolis Colts, which is interesting. They're Anthony Richardson. They've thrown in the towel, I believe, in that
Oh, really?
whole thing. Yeah. But yeah, I feel like the Colts are going to be pretty decent, though. It really depends on what happens with them. And I mean, that's an AFC team that's not really going to be in contention. But he says the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have the easiest schedule.
Don't they always have the easiest schedule?
You know, I think so too.
You say you think so?
Yeah, the Buccaneers. But Baker Mayfield is going to have a good season no matter what. He's just gunslinger.
Yeah, he was doing his thing last season.
Yeah. Bengals missed the playoffs based on no defense, Hendrickson hold out being a distraction. That is fair. Do you think they keep Hendrickson, or do you think that Hendrickson sits out the season? Do you think a Hendrickson trade happens? What's your thoughts on Trey Hendrickson and what happens with the Bengals with his situation? Sam. Shout out to Sam.
Hold on. Hey, when college football season started?
This coming weekend.
This weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm tuning
This
in.
weekend. This weekend is college football.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna tune into that. See what's going on.
Then Burrow will have to play out his mind, which is going to be too much to handle with his body health to hold up. Yes, but what is the story on Trey Hendrickson? Because he is sitting in a territory where the guaranteed money that he wants is not aligning with the guaranteed money that the Bengals want to give. So because that guaranteed money is all, they're separated by such a large gap, who knows what's going to happen with the contract. But I know the amount of years and the amount of money is right. It's just the guaranteed money is what's holding them up with the Trey Hendrickson deal. I agree. I was interested to see if you said that. I think Hendrickson is getting traded.
Hendrickson trade happens sooner than
I
later.
think he ends up at the Colts.
Not enough money to go around.
Exactly. Not enough money to go around. I think Hendrickson happens at the Colts, or he ends up on someone like, I hate to say it, but like the Steelers would be a terrible move. But I believe the Buffalo Bills.
Like terrible move as in like
for us.
Like
but I think someone's going to go after Trey. I think it trades. Saturday starts college, right? Yeah. I think Trey is going to be going to the Colts. Speaking of the Colts, the Bills, Detroit. Detroit's definitely in there. But I think I don't know. I feel like the Bills find their way in every conversation. I don't know. We'll see. But the Lions were the conversation, but the Lions, if they're not contenders, they're not going to go for him.
You don't think?
If they're not contenders, you go for Trey Hendrickson for a trade if you're a contender.
You don't want to lose your first round draft pick next year.
Yeah,
right,
for
for
someone
sure.
that you're not contending for a championship. Everything going to go down based on Michael Parsons' holdout. Cowboys could take Hendrickson in a trade and franchise Parsons. Yeah, they could definitely do that. I think Cowboys are on the, but the Cowboys may not even be in contention. That's why I don't really put them in the conversation the same, because I don't think the Cowboys are going to be in contention for a. They're not even going to win their division. I mean, the Eagles are going to win their division.
So I mean, how many years left do you think Trey has before he starts his decline? 3 years, max.
2 years, if that.
So he has to be drafted to a team.
He's already declined. He's going to decline this year.
Right. He's not going to get better than last year.
No, last year was his peak. That's the problem.
And he's been fucking sitting out the whole
But
time,
he's
not
working.
practicing.
He's working. They know he's going to have videos of him working. He's going to show people he's been something, because they're going to be like, has he been busy? Of course he's been busy. But it's in game. If you sit out some of the season, that's a problem.
For sure.
But I really do think that. Well, I think the Cowboys be in a conversation, but I think the Lions, like you said, the Bills, someone's going to try to go after him in contention for a championship.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to swing for the fences, and that's going to be part of it. We should just go ahead and sign him, though, because we need that defensive player.
And
the defense is weak.
I mean, bro, like the game last night was a fucking like a telltale sign that we're good on offense. We're not good on defense still. You know what I mean?
Still.
And so, like, losing somebody like Trey, I mean, he wasn't in the game yesterday, but, still, the fact that, you were saying that you saw Joe scrambling, like...
Yeah, he was literally running for his life. He had, like, 4
running for his
defenders.
life, bro.
It was so... I was a little, you know what I'm saying, Stone. So like you know how it is when you look at certain stuff. So I'm looking at it on the TV and I'm just like, bro, it's like 4 dudes chasing him and he running around. They can't catch him. I'm like, he running for his life again.
Jaden?
Huh?
No, Joe.
Joe
Oh.
Burrow.
Burrow, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No,
I thought our defense
Jaden was just
bad.
running for the touchdown, bro.
That's what I was saying. I thought we were talking about defense. Sorry.
I got.
No, he was talking about
No, I fucked you up because I started talking about offense when Trey's on defense.
Yeah, but Trey would have chased down Jaden Daniels. I thought that we were talking about running.
Yeah.
But Burrow did run in not a very smart play, bro. Go down, put your knee on the ground, and move on. It's preseason. He got tackled in the end zone.
Yeah.
Like that's
At the 1 yard line.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
bad. But Jaden Daniels just like run around like it's like Sunday, and he's having a great Sunday in grade school when they're on the field having a great time. The most athletic kid of the group has the football, and he's running around and outrunning everybody on the field. That's what Jaden Daniels looked like in that game against professional athletes.
Sammy said Henderson may go to a team with a rookie quarterback salary, so then they can trade out to sign him.
Yeah, that makes total sense for sure. The rookie quarterback salary. I mean, in this case, who would be in contention to grab him? I think the Vikings. Speaking of McCarthy, I think the Vikings are in contention for a playoff spot, even with a rookie. Well, not a rookie. He's not a rookie, but he is early in the rookie contract.
Mm-hmm.
The rookie contract's what matters, right? At the end of the day, because you're not paying your quarterback a lot.
Okay.
Sam Darnold is no longer with the Vikings, so they're not paying his contract. They're paying a rookie contract until it's time for the option for the team or them to sign him for a further thing. So a rookie contract is really what Sam is talking about here. But I just think Trey Hendrickson needs to stay on the Bengals.
Yeah.
If I have to get down to it, I think they need to find a way to. He needs to take less guaranteed money if that's the case. And go for a Super Bowl 1 year.
How much?
And then next year.
How much can we get for Mitchell Tinsley if we traded him to pay for Hendrickson?
Well, I don't know what Tinsley's worth is in the sense of like a contract negotiation because it was just one preseason game.
Right.
We need time to see his worth, but he is projected pretty good. But I mean, then again, players play great in preseason because the defense is lax. They get in a real game and all of a sudden they're silent.
I see that. For sure.
So I mean, we thought John Ross was going to be crazy because he was so fast, and then they got into the league and like, tiny dude, you're done, bro. Like you're fast, but you can't not fast if you're not moving.
Yeah.
Like you're small, dude. So like they realized that pretty quickly. Fast isn't like not everyone's Tyreek Hill. You know what I mean? So, but we'll see what happens with it. That's just the way of the NFL, how much value is. But I do think Tinsley makes the roster.
You think he's staying at Bengals this year?
I think he'll be on the roster, but I don't think he's going to stay long term. Maybe I don't know. We'll see what happens if he's worth long term.
I mean, so what do you do in that situation? Do you get rid of Tanner Hudson? Do you get rid of Mike Gesicki?
No.
Those guys are already on contracts.
Gesicki, you're not. Hudson, I'm curious about Hudson. We'll see what happens with Hudson. Actually,
he's good for 5 to 7.
He's good. He's good for that. But Hendrickson could go to Denver. I do agree. Denver is also another one. Shout out, dude. Denver's going to be a playoff team.
Really?
Yeah. Bo Nix is good. Mixed with Sean Payton and their squad and his
that
team.
fucking 70-yard bomb that Bo Nix put on the Bengals last year was definitely holy shit.
He's good.
Yeah.
He's really good.
Yeah.
And I don't really watch many sports podcasts. I kind of take my own opinion based on what I see. But we're not in any of the same universe. But Colin Cowherd, who has a show on Fox Sports, he gave Bo Nix all the credit from the time he
got drafted.
Everything he's
Yeah.
been given, but he's like this guy is going to be the one. A lot of people are talking about Bo Nix right now, but you were going to hear about Bo Nix, and I was like, all right, like I heard the quote, and I was like, okay, that's interesting. Bo Nix is going to be something worth it, I guess. Bro, I did not expect Bo Nix to be that kind of a quarterback to what he's doing. So I think the Broncos are in good shape.
Fucking Sammy said Hendrickson was gone the second that they gave Higgins the cash.
Yeah, but you had to give Higgins the cash.
Had to. I mean,
had to give Higgins the cash, so he knew he was going to get the cash.
Jamar wasn't signing until Higgins was.
That part. Say that again.
Higgins, Jamar Chase wasn't going to get signed until T. Higgins was, and waited. Signed the same time, which is dope, bro.
Dope. And we're going to hear about that later in the season when the NFL needs a story.
Yeah, that's
But-
that La Familia backstory.
Exactly. They're going to have that when it's time. Because the NFL is a storytelling league, so they're entertainers at the end of the day. So when they need a story to tell, they have that in their back pocket. That's why it really hasn't come out on ESPN. Because what's the point in telling the story right now?
Right.
What's the point?
Right.
It
Playoffs
gives us-
aren't here.
Nothing's happening. So we'll tell the story when it gets close to when we need
In the
it.
99 club. Let's go, bro.
Yeah, that's wild.
Jamar Chase
got that 99. It's crazy.
I feel like those are like the special nuances around the news, right? But the news itself, like the fact that it's going down, it's going down. So that's what people are going to be worried about. They'll get to the story when it's time to, like you said, start squeezing out.
They hold-
when it's time to
Like, it's
create the
like-
story, they'll tell the story.
They hold the story.
That's right.
But
Like,
they
this-
have to have it in order to leverage. So like the NFL is very much a story league. When Tom Brady was a part
Got to
of
see what Sammy's saying on this. I'm
Oh,
sure.
I'm listening. When
yeah.
the story happened with Tom Brady and how he was like pick 199 and all these different dynamics that Tom Brady held in this lore, and yet he's winning championship after championship. They had story after story of him and Belichick not getting along, but somehow overcoming it, and it was like this father-son story. They had this whole thing that they just portrayed, and we bought into it. And then when people started getting Patriots exhaustion, Tom Brady jets to the Buccaneers and wins a championship.
Right.
It's like
Storytelling.
the NFL's literally licking their chops. Like, this story that we're telling right now couldn't work out any perfect. And guess who's coming up next? We got Patrick Mahomes, who plays backyard football. Have fun, guys. And like, that storytelling is just like so perfect for them. So they're really good about harnessing it and giving all the lemonade out of the lemon. And I just really think they're going to hold on to the story with Jamar Chase and T. Higgins till it's time to about week 15,
Yep.
16, when they're starting the playoff hunt. They're like,
And they're gonna
this is
start
the
be
story.
Like, yeah.
Yep.
This is why these guys are boys.
This is why. This is why you need to care,
telling.
because now the defense is held up enough for them to be 10-4. You're 10-4. Here's the story. We got 3 more weeks. You know what I mean? And that's what's going to happen. And that's, we can see that ahead of time. And that's what's kind of interesting about it, though, that we see that ahead before the season started.
Yeah, for sure.
They need to do a little better job of hiding it, but we're seeing it. I don't know.
It's
Maybe they don't care.
entertainment.
It's
Yeah.
entertainment. They said that. They said it's like the WWE. You don't expect the rest. We know it's not true. We just know the athletic ability, as Greg Hamilton said, is real.
Right.
The storytelling is just part of the lore.
Fucking crazy.
Owned by Disney. Disney owns ESPN. That's how it tells the story, right?
It's insane.
You know. But what were you gonna say, Kurt? You had some. I knew you were gonna. You were
Nah.
chomping at the bit.
Huh? Listen to what you had to say.
Oh,
I
well,
don't disagree.
yeah, man. It's just crazy to think the storytelling is going a part of it, and we're like, and I think it's fun too, though. I think that's part of the fantasy football. We're preparing for fantasy football drafts. If you got top 10 quarterback and you gave Burrow, Chase, Higgins 75% of your salary cap, the rest of the team is now below average. For sure. No, absolutely. Name a team that give 2 wideouts receivers top money together. Nobody. Right. Well, there wouldn't really be that opportunity because we didn't really know that Jamar Chase was going to step up how he did. You know, he did take the year off outside of college. You know, so there was that year of gap. And T. Higgins was already a stud from the start. We didn't know Jamar Chase was going to be that number 1 guy to do a triple crown. You know, like that. Like, we didn't really know that was going to happen. That was just a happenstance for the Bengals for their prosperity. But at the end of the day, like, Justin Jefferson could have been paid with Justin Jefferson's up there. They could pay their guys top money too, but T. Higgins wasn't going to leave because Jamar Chase, like Jay just said, wasn't going to sign until T got his deal. So rather than T. Higgins being traded to, let's say, the Washington Commanders or maybe the Giants or somewhere where, you know, he would be matched up with
I can
Malik
see him in a
Neighbors.
Cowboys outfit.
Cowboys, yeah. But matching up with Malik Neighbors in New York would be huge. It wouldn't matter who you have behind the quarterback. If you got Malik Neighbors on one side and T. Higgins on the other, that's a big duo in New York. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, who knows where he could go? Like, but the Bengals chose to go wide out instead of with the Trey Hendrickson direction. And really, Trey Hendrickson's not going to have the same year as he did last year. There's no way you would expect him to. So
Right.
like it's just unfair. But he's in a tough position. I don't know. It's all really gray right now. We'll see what.
He's not in a tough position, bro. He's being a little bitch. Let's be honest, bro.
What's that money?
It's millions of dollars that you're making. You can play one more season for the Bengals. You could win the Super Bowl. You can get the ring, and you can retire if you want to. You're going to have enough money to fulfill everything you're doing. Look at Ted Karras, bro. Ted Karras is not the best player on the
Meg
team,
Rob.
and he is selling millions of hats.
Yeah.
Find your
He's got a
why,
brand.
bro. Find your why.
Game, not
Find your why.
chase. To be clear. Oh, Uno the game. I love Uno the game. I'm down for that.
Do we have the VeeFriends Uno pack here?
I have some cards.
Dude, I've got a couple of the cards. I don't have the
The full game? We got to get the full game. Let's play some fucking Uno.
It was only,
boys.
bro. They were only like $12.99 on eBay like 3 months ago. I'm sure they're probably way more now because I think even the hologram card that you get out of it is selling for like $50 or $60.
Shut
man.
the fuck up.
We should just. I saw him too.
I'm
I saw him
pissed.
through the
Do
whole
not
page.
tell me
Yeah.
that. I'm going
Yeah.
right. I'm going right now.
Yeah, if
Find
you can
out.
find them.
Find
I'll
out.
be back.
Yeah. I don't know. I want to play Uno. I like the Uno cards. They're cool. VeeFriends does a lot of cool stuff. They're just so ahead of everything.
So here-
we
so,
hype them up a
like-
lot, but it's worth it, dude.
Bro, I
impressive.
really think if we did a VeeFriends night down here, just once a month, just a VeeFriends meetup, play the TCG games, trade cards, have the
Said it was
cartoons on
12?
the jumbotrons. They were like $12.99, but that was for the open box one. So it was like the ones that you knew that it wasn't the Gary B.
What do they cost right now, John?
I'm looking at a rare VeeFriends Uno card sealed for 40.
Yeah.
So, was it sealed when you said they were $12.99 before? Those were not the sealed.
No, they weren't sealed. So you knew, like, one of the cards in the pack is a hologram. You just don't know which one it is. It could be the giraffe, it could be the porcupine, or it could be the Gary B. If it's the Gary B, then you struck gold. It's like, $400 or $500, I think. Might be more than that. But now at this point, it's like any of the hologram Uno cards are going for $40 to $50. Like, it doesn't matter what card it is.
It does, yeah.
I might order a box like live. I might go ahead and order some that thing of VeeFriends cards, the Uno thing.
I kind of want to get another $40 not that, because where it's gonna go, like, just think of these trajectory where this shit's even.
You know what I love about the Uno VeeFriends is it's the original. It's the Series 1. It's the zero cool drawings on all.
Oh yeah, those are dope.
Yeah, for sure.
I have some of the Uno cards that I got for like $2 for like 5 of them.
Yep.
And that one guy was doing the spins, and he was desperately trying to get rid of them.
PHC bro was the one that I got a bunch of mine from. He was just doing like a pack of 5 or something.
Yeah, it's like those things, and they were pretty cool though. Like, I was pretty impressed with when he was showing me. I'm like, these are cool cards. How are these not more popular? But it's really interesting to see what the community gravitates as popular.
Yeah,
They're just they're just dictating it.
Never know.
You never know, and we're learning that certain characters are just bigger than others just because the community wants them to be, and it's just, we knew this was coming, but now we're actually seeing real value on shit. Because I'm looking at whenever VeeFriends post like what cards are selling for what, I'm like, damn, that one for that much. Like, I'm pretty impressed.
Yeah.
Like, and I mean, we're talking $3,000 for some cards that aren't even some of the top. They're not 101s. They're just, the Sapphire cards are going for so much money. That Sapphire box,
Crazy.
Like, and I think they're really cool looking, but what are they? $5,000?
Yeah. Yeah. $333 for a spot.
$333
to get one card.
for one card.
That's nuts.
Did
Did you do that, or is this coming up?
It's now.
No, it's been happening. I never jumped in on one. Because I've always figured like out of
DJ
the
Combat said Sapphire's a limited print. DJ Combat, you a collector, brother?
hey, he is,
Yo,
bro.
shine that
DJ
my way
Combat?
for 1 second.
He's been in the VeeFriends community, bro.
What
He's,
up,
he's been
gang?
tapped in
Good
for
to
since
see
we
you. Thanks
have.
for jumping in the chat with us,
I
bro.
love Sapphire. Yeah,
we
bro.
out here.
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
It's Jon G, man. It's good to see you.
Combat, appreciate you, bro. And I heard what you did for Vinny's family on giving them a couple of the VeeFriends cards to help pay for the funeral. That was
Yo,
incredible, bro.
My brother.
That was absolutely incredible, man.
That's dope.
I love this.
Yeah, dude,
This is
Richie, I love you as a human being, bro. I'm sorry that I'm not down at Tulum as much as I should be.
I got to go
But
there
I need-
recently.
I
Great
need-
experience.
Dude,
Shout out,
it's the
shout out,
best
man. Thank you
taco
Are they,
for.
in
are they
the
open?
Dude,
to-
thank you for the experience.
Richie,
when
are
I
you
went
guys
there,
open
man.
right now? Can I
I-
get out of this podcast and go get a taco? Is that an option?
What was it, Tuesday night? Taco Tuesday?
It's fucking
It is
Taco
Tuesday
Tuesday.
night.
Oh, well, when you
It
live a
is
life
Taco
like
Tuesday.
mine, it's Taco Tuesday all the time. But like, I need.
Okay, you didn't do that, but that's what I heard. So now you're affiliated forever with some dope shit.
That's stupid shit. Yeah,
Oh, who did I hear that from? I can't remember.
it was just a great
Ah,
experience.
shit! They just closed.
Damn.
After the DJ battles,
Noted.
I stopped through it. It was a great experience. I had a great time. Thank you, Richie, for being so. The hospitality was top tier. It was a great time, man. The vibe is awesome. I'm here for the spot Tulum in Bellevue, Kentucky. If you haven't had a chance to check it out, it's worth a visit.
It's worth a
Dude,
drink.
it's
a
worth
drink and a bite,
alone.
dude.
Dude, it's worth not even the drink, but the whole aesthetic of the room, like the plants and everything around you, just feels so in. I felt so at home, man. It felt so homey, but at the same time, like it felt very like comforting.
Yeah.
It was like so. There's so much going on, and the vibes are top tier. And he had DJs running like inside, so you could just vibe. It was cool, man. I liked the spot.
Fuck
and,
yeah.
Man, it was great. I'm very proud of Richie, man. All the things I've seen
Richie
him.
just
Go back
asked a
to
very
Axis
good
days, man.
question, and it's not really like it's kind of a rhetorical question. If you ask me, boys, he said, well, he didn't. He didn't ask. He stated it because it should just be a statement.
Yeah.
Let's rip some cards on the podcast soon. I'm down, bro. Let's rip some tops. Let's
Richie.
rip some panini.
Richie, let's do it, bro. Let's go.
Let's rip these fucking VeeFriends. Look, you better not rip that hobby box without me here, Jay. I'm saying that on record, right here in front of the boys. I gotta be in the room when this thing cracks, dude. This when it sits, it hits. Remember that.
Yeah, bro. Richie, man, let's we really want to start tapping into the VeeFriends community. We want to do a monthly thing down here where we're doing a VeeFriends meetup. So I know you probably don't know everybody that's in the community, bro, but Stella Jim, she's the girl that hit the 101 Black Cat Superfractor. She lives in Burlington. Fucking Jon G hit the 101 1975 Toronto St. Louis Superfractor. Of course, you know who he is, bro. And, you know, you've got me, Kurt, and Andrew that have been tapped into the VeeFriends community. So we want to do at least once a month, we want to do a VeeFriends meetup down here where we can just
No. I need this
Vibe
behind the
out
scenes
and-
story, Meg. We're just we're fucking obsessed with VeeFriends. We can't help it. We cannot help ourselves. But I am so down.
Sorry, I was-
story.
I was missing it, bro. But you know what, man? Like, bro, imagine this. Like, let's do the VeeFriends meetup where we can do it here, and then at 10 p.m. we go to Tulum and have tacos and drinks. You know what I mean? Like
VeeFriends
that.
after
Are you
party.
down
The
for?
VeeFriends
Are you
after
down for
party.
the VeeFriends?
after party.
Richie, we're proposing
the
this.
VeeFriends after party at Tulum after the meetup with all the VeeFriends community that is in the region.
Just
all
spitballing here,
region.
Richie.
Community is huge in sports too.
Hey, and listen, I'm about to do my first Pokemon rip. Like I've been building up some stuff.
So
I've got
down.
a few ETBs.
I love that.
Man.
I've
I
got
love that.
I've got
Let's
about
do
a
that,
dozen
bro.
single packs and some ETBs that are ready to some elite trainer boxes with 9 packs and 2.
Look, he's got
I got 9 packs and 2 ETBs, and then I got 8 packs and another ETB, and I'm fucking stoked to see what's inside of them. So, Like I just I haven't fully decided when that stream's gonna happen, but it's gonna happen within the next couple weeks. So Pokemon, VeeFriends, and sports cards. Let's fucking do it, man. Let's rip it.
I seen you out there at Target picking up Pokemon packs last week, bro. For real.
I was it was at the fucking Walmart, and I was trying to pick up Pokemon packs, but it was cleaned the fuck out. The only thing I found was an R&J Holdings Reeboks of cards, and I didn't end up grabbing it. It looked like it was left there on purpose because it was shit.
For sure. Those repackagings, they always are.
I'm cool. I was cool on that. I was like,
but Richie, bro, we're gonna we need to tap in because all four of us wanted to go to nationals in Chicago, and it was like, man, how do we work this out? How do we figure out how to run the store? Keep the store flowing while we're out there. But dude, let's make this happen, bro.
Please, Richie, message me. Whether you hit me on Facebook, just shoot me a message real quick when you got a second. So that I can follow up with you and we can set up some things for rips and even talk about a nice little Tulum afters that gets all of the people who come to rip and play the TCG games with us.
Bro, Florence Target has always been the alpha.
I've never been to the Florence Target.
I swear to God, it's a superstore or something. There's something about the Target in Florence. Dude, she's still working here? What's cracking?
What's
Hell
good?
Yeah. Or is she back?
Been back.
Been back? Right.
I couldn't help but laugh at that.
But the
that shit was funny too.
but the Florence
What
Florence
happened?
Target, bro, has always had the overflow. Like whenever things are missing out of Newport and the other Targets, like Florence has always had it. And
They got it? Is on deck?
always, bro. And it's one of those things where I'm like, Florence, there's no way that Florence has it because Florence is always
It's just
like
so populated.
way more congested and populated. Where
It's a shopping area where everybody from within
always-
a 30, 40 mile fucking radius
They
come to
always
shop.
have it, bro. They must be a superstore. That's the only thing I can think of is that they're getting twice as much inventory as the other places.
You want to go to Target tomorrow?
I'm down. I got to be here by 11.
All right. Well, Andrew doesn't, so maybe we can maybe we can get him to drive us down there.
Yeah, all tomorrow.
So you got maybe you can squeeze in a Target trip. We can go grab
Wednesdays
some
have
cards to
changed
rip.
for me. I have a whole new mentality.
Right.
I switched that real quick, bro. You know what's interesting about that? It's amazing how the human mind works, bro.
No way, bro. Fucking Richie hit a Barry Bonds auto on one of those fucking $6 packs.
Shut the fuck up. Was it a Tops or a Panini?
It's probably one of those repacks that we were talking
A
about.
chicken panini?
Stop. I'm hungry as fuck,
too.
bro. I cannot wait to get out there.
It's so crazy.
I've been loving every second of this,
My
but I'm
brain
gonna,
just went
I'm gonna
crazy
love
about the Wednesday. I was like,
eating when we're done.
I'm doing so much tomorrow.
Yeah.
I have to finish that desk.
And
I'm-
you got
I've
a
got a
Target
school
rep.
a
desk.
Tops. Which
Target
one
run. I
was
go to
it?
Target,
Y'all
but we
doing
have
the
to.
Target
But we
run.
have to go to card
A
shop
Series 2 Tops.
either
Yes.
a Wednesday or a Tuesday.
That's crazy.
We've got big plans.
Yeah.
I have a lot of plans. There's so many things happen, John. There's so many updates to give you that we haven't talked about.
Dude, that's crazy.
well,
going on?
we got some time. You can come
Card
back.
is worth over $1K.
Okay.
Pack was $6. Wow.
Dude, that's
From
fucking incredible,
Florence?
bro.
Wow, bro, that's incredible, Richie.
And that was out of the
Congratulations.
Florence Target.
That's amazing, bro. Because that's the shit that I do. I'm over at the Target. I'll go to the end cap, see all the bullshit that's left, and I'll look for the box that's got the little dent in the corner. You know what I mean? I'll be like, all right, I'll pick that up. But to be honest with you, bro, like since VeeFriends came out, like I've almost halted all of my like buying
100%,
cards.
Richie.
You
Thanks
know what
for
I mean?
jumping in the
Like-
stream with us, man.
Like when it comes to Target, Walmart, all those places, like I'll usually go in and I'll pick up a box just to bring it out. Just I'm looking for the Wemby. You know what I mean?
Wemby.
Looking for the Wemby auto, looking for the Paul Skeens rookie card,
Find SGA now.
SGA.
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
You guys are gonna
He
learn
got the
me so
MVP.
much about
He plays for the
sports.
OKC Thunder.
Oh, okay, yeah.
If you find
I mean, I don't I stopped
Oh, okay.
100%
Yeah, if you
altogether.
can get him though, that's gonna be worse.
He just won the he just won
Chip
the
and the
championship.
MVP at the
And
same
MVP.
season, which is hard to do.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like he is a UK player. I will say
And on top of that, yep.
he's UK players. I'm a fan. Dude, thank you so much for being here, Richie. We'll
Yeah,
talk
Richie,
soon.
bro, we're gonna talk, man, because this
Yeah.
we really want to do the VeeFriends meetup at least once a month. You know, there's like 6 core members that all live in Northern Kentucky, which is crazy. You know what I
Insane.
mean? Like there's actually probably more than 6, like including Richie.
You know, we pulled a 101, the comic book, on live stream.
One of 50.
101.
Two.
2 of 50 on one live stream. We're already, and that conversation alone is wild.
Yeah.
Because we also created a whole stir of conversation.
Yeah.
I got a Ellie rookie
Gary's,
that was sent to me
Gary's
from a
literally,
VeeFriend.
That's cool.
Gary's talking about literally going down and doing quality control himself.
Quality control,
I think
Gary.
he was a
Vee.
rising
You better
star.
do it because we got 2 of 50 holographic Decisive Duck comic books in the same live stream, and that's wild to even think about.
And we both know that there was in the last 20.
Yes, Richie.
20 packs.
Bring
Yes,
the
because we ordered at the same
gang.
time because we are not Series 1 NFT holders and we're not Series 2 NFT holders. We had to wait to the 3rd drop, and Jay and I ordered at probably the same exact second. We're literally buying it, and we both got a holographic 1 of 50 Decisive Duck comic book, which
call
tells
that-
you
call that a
quality control.
back-to-back.
And I'm just saying that is interesting to think about because we're living in a real time collectors in order of which they're buying things, and it happened on our live stream. And they acknowledged that it happened, obviously, but like that tells the whole story that Gary's going to go there and quality control himself.
He literally said that he'll go and quality control himself because they were saying that once things are, like my dad was the head printer of a printing company, so like I've seen how everything's made and how everything's and it's not hard to think like you print the base cards, then you print the gold cards, then you print the hollow cards, and then once everything's cut, then they start separating it all. But there's quality control people that have to be there and they have to make sure that everything's getting separated. And I don't even though they've got quality control on whoever's printing the stuff on their end, could be a 16-year-old that's making $10.50 an hour, you know what I mean? That's just listening to music, not paying attention. But for the fact that me and out of thousands
3,000
of comics, that's 3,000 comics plus all the variants, right? So there's 3,000 normal, and then there's the 1 of 99, 1 of 50, 1 of 25, 1 of 1. So there's over 3,000. So within that, me and you both bought within the last probably 20 packs that were available
They were
because
maybe like 100 and something.
there was definitely less than 100. Definitely
Was it
less.
over 100 or less than? You like
There
less
was
than 100?
It was because we couldn't even get. Everybody went to the Whatnot stream to buy them.
I didn't. I went to the website.
You went to the website. I was on the Whatnot stream and I saw everybody going, "Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at?" And Jeremy knows is like, it's on the actual website. Go to the website.
But there was issues first. So I went to the Whatnot stream. I went to the Whatnot stream because I was confused on why it wouldn't let me load it. I was like, damn, I missed it. I was disappointed for a second.
So you and I were just going like this because I was over here when you were over here, and he was like, "You got to go this way." So I went that way. So, but you and I were definitely one of the last 100 people to buy them, and we both opened them right here on the same day, got them at the same time.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I haven't really processed it, but I was disappointed because I thought
You were disappointed.
I didn't
Mine's
get
got 2 creases in it.
No. I didn't think I got it. I gave up.
Yeah,
I went
yeah.
to the Whatnot stream. I was like, oh, I missed it.
Yeah.
I'm going to Whatnot to see what they're talking about. And they're like, no, it's not.
Mine
they're having
somehow
issues.
got fucking bent like this, where there's 2 creases in both.
There's
both
gotta
the,
be a way
the
to
things.
fix that, bro.
But before
Sorry.
before we get out of here,
Yeah,
before we wrap it up,
a
Richie,
rabbit
bro,
hole.
It's
Richie,
the final countdown.
Richie, let's talk, bro, because I think that we could really have some game nights at Tulum too. You know what I mean? Like
I would love that so much. Just tacos,
just a
some
random
drinks.
night that they're not busy, like a Wednesday or like I'm sure probably Thursdays are probably pretty busy.
Yeah,
there.
just like finding a
And
day
all-
where business is a little softer there for them,
And
so
then
that gives us
not-
more space to
Not bringing just the VeeFriends community, but like the
Pokemon.
trading game community. Yeah, bro. Because
Magic. I played Magic the Gathering for about 4 years, and then I'll never forget being 10 years old. My mom used to take me to this card shop that was just a few blocks up from the apartments, right around from Winn-Dixie and Monroe. And I would go there, and I had my Blue Eyes White Dragon, I had my Red Eyes Black. I had a sick Dragon deck. I had a sick Toon card deck. Unfortunately, I don't have any of those cards anymore. But I would go there, and I was so excited. But I would get my ass handed to me. These nerds were like 3 to 8 years older than me, and they like knew the hobby, not the characters. You know, like I was just a kid. I was like, I like all these cars. They're so cool.
And they're like, we're gonna run.
They're
this
like,
kid.
we're gonna fucking run this.
Yeah.
All right, Richie, what are you doing next? Well, you got to work the store next Tuesday, bro. He's like, I could talk about fucking trading cards and this shit for hours. Like, we need to get Richie on the podcast.
On Tuesday.
But it's Taco Tuesday. What if we were able to do a podcast
there?
at Tulum?
We could do that.
That'd be dope.
We
can do
are,
that.
and we're actually talking
Because
about.
we're gonna do Meet Cozumel at some point too.
Yeah.
So those two businesses do have some similarities, but in the sense of
Tulum over me Cozumel. I'm just saying.
I agree.
Our man's is talking real collaboration and support
come
and
in
incentives
Tuesday.
for our people. He's talking.
All right, let's go, bro.
Giveaways.
If you can come in Tuesday, that would be incredible.
If you can come in Tuesday, and then we can talk about switching up some things. Yeah, like
Always first, buddy. Always first.
You already know,
Tulum is
brother.
always first. Always. Numero uno, my friend. And we said uno earlier, so shout out to Meg. She talking about Uno earlier. We're sorry we didn't get to that earlier, but I do think that the Uno cards for VeeFriends is pretty dope. I have some myself. And the future of VeeFriends, to wrap this up, is we're just betting on someone that wants to buy the New York Jets. Like at the end of the day, like he's trying to buy the New York Jets and he has to have leverage and collateral to do such. So we're betting into the fact that Jon G has his creative crab cap on. And that person who came up with that is trying to buy the New York Jets, which is very difficult to do. So if he's got to go that distance, the least we can do is be like, hey, let's be a part of the community. And that is enough for me to
Peace
say,
and love,
hey, man,
Richie.
I love football.
We'll talk
he
soon.
loves football.
100%. I'm gonna
Richie.
The follow through is gonna happen. I won't like this has
Absolutely,
to happen,
bro.
Yeah. But yeah,
All right, man.
it's a crazy world we're in, and we align so nicely, and I think it just the transition for us is so seamless. So I think we're at this for the long haul. It's just 2025. 2026 is going to bring, hopefully the Willful Wizard. I'm hoping, but we'll see.
Hopefully 2026 is going to bring Brave Blink.
I think
bro.
Brave Blink too. Let's get a sketch card. Bro,
yeah.
I
Look,
would do a terrible sketch. My handwriting.
So
we need a
you know
mad
what, man?
scientist insert.
I'm low key nervous if I do get pulled for the sketch cards, because I was thinking to myself, like, bro, I've been working with just computers for the past 20 years. You know what I mean? Since like 1995, 1997, 1999.
Draw, baby.
I've been.
I know
I've
you
been,
have.
Trust
I
me,
know.
I've been.
I bet ever since
I've been
talked with
practicing.
DJ.
I've been in the lab working, bro. But it's one of those things, bro, where it's like, I'm nervous because, like, if my name does get called up, it's like, oh shit, now I've got to produce. And I've seen the sketch cards that are out now, and they're amazing, right? But 2026 has to be better than that.
Which character would you sketch?
I like you already know it's gonna be the robot, it's gonna be the wizard. Obviously the Brave Blink's gonna be thrown in there somehow. You know what I mean? Whether or not, like, it was
in the background.
Now that I know more about VeeFriends, I'm understanding the intellectual property and the fact that mixing Brave Blink with VeeFriends would be an utter disaster for them, because then you've got to break. It's like bringing in Mickey Mouse. I'm not saying that Blink is Mickey Mouse, but it could be, right? And so you don't want to bring him in and put him a part of the repertoire, because of the fact that what if it blows up? Then I've got to split profits, which I understand all that, and I'm not here for it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, what we do is amazing, and how we do it is incredible. So if we can just put Brave Blink into the VeeFriends community as like a community sketch member, and then let the community gravitate towards it and feel how they want to feel, it's amazing, right? I'm not expecting Gary to add this in as the 152nd character. You know what I mean?
284, 283 plus what?
Yeah. So I don't expect that, and I probably should have thought about that before May when we pitched that idea, right? But
I have a different opinion. I think that you could probably, let's say you had an opportunity to do a sketch artist. I would, in perfect world, I would do Empathy Elephant if I was you. I would do the Empathy Elephant, and then
that's like my
behind the Empathy Elephant, I would
eye
have,
patch on any character is
No.
getting an eye patch.
Well, maybe
If I draw it,
but I'm
if I
talking
draw
at
it
the, I'm
every
talking the circus. So the circus has a crowd, and you put little VeeFriends characters in there, and you stick Brave Blink as one of the crowd members.
like it.
Simple.
Yeah.
And you have the Empathy Elephant on a ball,
On a stage.
on
Yeah.
the thing that he's doing his thing. You don't even need
Brave
eye patch
Blink's
right-
a spectator. He's
a
always
spectator.
watching.
Yeah, always watching. Ding,
See what
ding,
I'm
ding.
But you got Empathy
I
Elephant
like
is
it.
and the character is already there. But
Hold
Brave
up.
Blink is in the crowd.
This is it.
But every character gets an eye patch.
Okay.
Every character gets an eye patch.
can we
'cause
make-
It's a
then
lot
when
of
you-
eye patches. You need a lot of crowds.
No. I'm saying all my sketch cards get an eye patch.
Oh,
So
okay. I see what
so
you're
if I
saying.
draw the Empathy Elephant's getting an eye patch over the left eye. Why? Because it was drawn by the mad scientist. Give it that little.
Just a little taste. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
I see. I just put the Empathy Elephant in the thing because that would be the only character that would really have an audience in a natural setting. It's a circus.
I got you.
And I think Brave Blink in the corner of the right as the front row seat because he got a front row seat to the show. He made sure he was in the front row seat. Put Brave Blink in there.
What's going on, bro?
Hey, bros, what's up? Mike. Love you, Richie, by the way.
Yeah, bro. We definitely need to make that happen, man. If we have to bring the VeeFriends community to Tulum, that would be amazing as well. You know what I mean? Like an after party and after Breakfest. That'd be fucking crazy. Anyways, yeah, 10:35.
10:30, bro. It's time. my friend.
35 minutes past where you wanted to be.
We got it, though.
We'll make it happen.
Yes, sir.
All right, everybody. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. This has been another episode
Shout
of the
out
PowWow.
Plush Garden. Shout out Richie DJ Combat. Shout out there was so many homies in the fucking podcast.
Lord, that guy, bro. Let's go, man. That's the crazy thing is we're starting to
EDC
get.
Mike, what's up, bro?
It's starting to bleed over. It's starting to bleed over from the Whatnot community to our Instagram, and like I'm seeing it in real time. I'm seeing people that I'm meeting on Whatnot that are now liking the posts, and like my Instagram is getting more VeeFriends. Like it's the feeds that are happening. I'm getting like, and I'm. It's amazing seeing it because I'm not realizing that Lord that guy started following us on Facebook until last week, until he started fucking chiming in on the Instagram stream.
I feel that, bro.
I love it, bro.
And it's a beautiful thing watching it grow in both directions, right? Like, and just watching how it spider webs together. You know, it's magic to see this happen in real time. And Gary talked about just I'm sorry, I don't want to extend this too long, but I just want to mention how Gary, right after we met him, the video, the Daily V that he released that we were featured in, right?
Amazing,
He talks
bro.
about
Bro,
how
I gotta give away
he
my
talks
name.
about how not everybody is destined for 1 million or the millions of followers. Some of us are only destined to hit the thousands, maybe even some the hundreds, right?
Right.
And so like it's about, but nobody's getting to the millions if they don't really treat their 1, their 2, their 3, their single digits with fucking love and care and nurture that relationship as a business, as a brand, as an individual, right? So I think that, right, I want to say something on the microphone. I love saying things on wax when I'm here with you guys because it helps me hold myself accountable to my follow through with you guys, right? I followed up with Shane Miller multiple times regarding things that just didn't line up, and like, so like with that thing with Richie, I'm going to follow up with him, but something that I came down here for was not just to be closer to my kids again, was not just to be with my business partner, but I came down here because as a Brave Blink, I've been watching. I've noticed that Jay Sal never got the help he wanted with Whatnot, and I noticed that you are not on Whatnot 5 days a week, and you should be, in my opinion. As an expert of whatever expertise I think I might have from where I'm sitting, you need to be on Whatnot a minimum of 5 days a week, if not 8 days a week, because you are going to gain fans there. So frankly, Who cares if the Instagram people don't come over? Because you're going to gain an entirely new community of people who love what you do and love this store and want to travel.
Right.
Whether it's 1 hour or one state away, they will travel to come and be here.
9 hours and 52 minutes.
And that's going
according
to
last week.
That's going
Right?
to take all these people who've been sitting here watching you for years, but they're not here in the store supporting the brand the way a business needs them to be. But they're still watching from afar and they still are cheering you on. They're going to wake the fuck up and realize that there is people who are going hard for your brand and spending money with you and helping you expand this business, supporting you directly right there on Whatnot. They're going to wake up because we're going to clip amazing moments.
100%,
Right?
bro.
We're going to clip
And-
amazing moments. We're going to share those moments with the people on Instagram, and I'm going to be here to help you fucking run those Whatnots. That's going to be a part of the I'm quitting my 9 to 5 because I believe in you and I believe in my fucking self and I believe in Andrew, and I'm coming here to business partner up with him and to double down on what we talked about with Native Storm Collection and whatnot. So I'm putting that on wax for accountability's sake, bro.
I appreciate that, bro, because I see the writing on the wall, bro. You know what I mean?
You feel me?
Like from Monday through Thursday,
And it's up to us.
And like on Monday, we may get through being open at 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. We may get 18 to 22 people that come through the store that entire day.
We might get 18 people that come through the fucking chat that entire day. And now we just doubled our numbers.
And that's what I'm talking about, is the fact that we can just hop on Whatnot and we can have 18 people in the chat at one time. That's like having 18 people inside the store at one time. You know what I mean? Like those are numbers that you can't fake.
And
bro.
we can begin to create demand in other states that we can't necessarily do on any of the other platforms we could go live on.
100%,
Like
100%, because it is.
They're like, yo, Native dope. That's dope. I'm in. We got New York. New York was in the chat.
Bronx.
New York was in the chat
Yep.
tonight. The
Yep.
Bronx. How many people you think he knows? I bet you he has a lot more people surrounding any business he's in than what's on the levee.
He says
at any time.
all I do is wear
Population.
Yankees caps.
Population.
We've got the Yankees caps coming in Monday. You know what I mean? So
Boom.
like that's it. It's the move, bro. It's definitely the move.
So yeah, I just wanted to say that to you because we hadn't got to chop it up much, and and we're about to part ways here when we get off shortly. So I just wanted to say, like, I came down here because I'm betting not just on VeeFriends, but I'm betting on you. I'm betting on
appreciate you,
him,
bro.
but I'm betting on the things that I can see from where I'm sitting that you guys just can't necessarily jump to because
Outside perspective, we got our
it's-
blinders on.
It's only natural, and you have to, right? That's how you have to be dialed in on the things you were dialed in on to build this to what it is. And then that's where I have to come in. I just have to I have to trust my gut, and I have to show the fuck up and come and sit and believe that it's gonna compile. Right? That it's going to start small and it's going to compile. And so while we were on the podcast, secured a job 3 days a week and from 9 p.m. till 3:30 a.m. So I've got all that time that the store's open 7 days a week.
Nice, bro. All right, let's go, man. Let's go. I like that you're multitasking over here, bro. Making shit happen.
We out here.
Yeah.
And shout out to Zach Dennis for finding a typo in my post earlier.
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna fix that
Shout
real
out
quick.
to Zach Dennis.
Yeah, I gotta fix that real quick.
So,
we just announced
Native brand.
tonight. We just announced Joey Loebker, Allison Phillips, and Young Mosh all in one day for 2 different shows. This is the first time we've announced everything in one
Beyond
time.
the Stage is fucking growing so fast.
It's
and
crazy.
And Native brand is about to burst. And I'll tell you what, Storm Collection is a brand that hit the ground running. And 3 years later, 0 drop. No, 4 years. No, yeah, 3 years later, no closed drops. 0 drops in 3 years. 0 promotion in 3 years. And there are still people in my inbox this month asking for more. So like I just realized that my 9 to 5 was basically me choosing to believe in that security more than I believe in myself and you and in him. And that just don't add up to me.
Right. Yeah.
We're at the precipice of so many things, man. So just keep pushing forward and just believe in the mission, believe in the goals, right? At the end of the day, we are just entrepreneurs and artists trying to make a living doing art. So at the end of the day, we're just going to keep doing such, and we have done this long. So I think tomorrow's a new day, and we're going to just keep pushing. I'm gonna
Bro,
fix this
we
post.
are at
Look how bugged my eyes are. I was
crossroad
passionate.
You know what I mean? Like we're at the point right now where you can adapt or die, and we like I really feel like we are on the right side of the grass here.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? Like when it comes to
Clip that.
right, no, seriously, bro. Like when it comes to being on the forefront of things and understanding the psychosis of what like Gary's doing, like I wanted to ask Richie why he's so in tune with VeeFriends, and I have a feeling Richie's gonna say the same thing that I'm thinking is like, look, I've been following Gary for a long time, and if Gary says that I'm gonna spend the next 40 years building this, I'm not gonna miss that boat. You know what I mean? Because he sees everything. He saw what Disney did. He saw what Marvel did. And Gary wanted to go and buy these IPs. Like Gary wanted to buy Popeye. You know what I mean? Gary wanted to buy these other iconic characters.
No shit.
But
Similar to how you bought Fido Dido.
Yeah. He wanted to do that exact same shit, but it cost fucking crazy money to do it, right?
Yeah.
And for me, like the Fido Dido thing was something where it slipped under the radar. Like Pepsi let that trademark go abandoned, but Disney's not letting anything go abandoned. You know what I mean?
No, they play the long game with IP.
So Gary's at the point where he's like, look, I can either buy somebody's IP or I can create my own.
Yeah.
And he's got enough followers and enough content, enough mindset, and enough drive to be like, look, I can make these characters better than Popeye. I can make these characters better than the fucking Bad. You remember Bad Dude? You remember it was a stick figure. It was like a white character, blonde hair, who had he was just a muscle, and he was just
a bicep.
it was called Bad Dude, and it was a whole clothing brand in the fucking 90s, bro. And like I've been waiting for that thing to go to lose its trademark so I can try to buy that. Like it's just, but instead Gary's like, fuck it, I'm gonna start my own IP, and now he
bet on himself.
And he's got 250 characters, and every single character, if one starts losing traction, he can take that tenacious termite and be like, this one right here is the dopest one of the bunch. This is the one you need to look out for, because this is the termite. This is the tenacious one that's never gonna fucking quit. All of a sudden, that tenacious termite goes up and starts building the brand, and now you've got the sweet swan, and he's like, bro, you know how dope swans are, the shit they do, and like just builds that character up. So everything levels up, and all of a sudden you're looking at all of his characters that are up here, bro. Here's the thing between what Gary's doing and what the Major League Baseball is doing, bro. You can't just say this player is going to be bottom of the ninth, 2 out. He's going to hit a grand slam to boost his accolades and to his team. You can do that with VeeFriends. You can take the weakest character, and you can put him at bat at the bottom of the ninth, 2 outs, bases loaded, and you can have that character hit a grand slam. You know what I mean? So, like what Gary's doing, it's just raising everything, bro. So at the point where, like, 30 years from now, all these characters are going to be on a cloud. You know what I mean? They're going to be way the fuck up there in popularity because of the fact that he can level everybody up.
A cloud and a blockchain.
He literally, think about this. He hasn't even told the canon on the Creative Crab.
No, and I wonder if
And
that's
yet it's
why
already in a hat.
I wonder
It's on a
if
hat.
that's why the Creative Crab, while the drop sold the fuck out quick, right?
Genius, because this is creative on the
Now,
Simple.
now the drop sold the fuck out quick, but as a reseller, I'm personally, I'm taking, a listing off of eBay because I'd rather have the collectible myself, and I'm watching the market. This flip wasn't it. There were hats like the Gritty Ghost hat, that shit,
$95.
and bangs, and now it's going to be more than that in some cases, right?
Because that was before people realized that the hats were going to be collectible. So he positioned it. We didn't know the hats were going to be collectible at the beginning. Now they are. He I think he recognized that. So he created the
I've
value
been a
in
hat
it.
collector for a long time.
Absolutely, but in his community, when they first dropped the Gritty Ghost caps, they weren't all that popular. but he brought it in as popular, just like Jay's saying. He put that gritty ghost coat, that jacket,
Starter jacket.
that starter jacket, boosted the hat sales. You see what I'm saying? Bro, that's what I'm saying. That's my point is that when he dropped that starter jacket, the gritty ghost hat shot up because there was like, oh wow, I can get both. And then when that realization happens to a collector, all of a sudden, oh shit, I need to find my gritty ghost cap. Where can I get it? I already missed that drop.
Well, that's why the Storm collection for me right away, like my whole game plan right out the gate was I'm a hat guy. And I know that the hood likes to match fits. I like to max my matching fits, right? So I was like, I can drop matching fits, and then now I can take the black cloud fit and mix it with the red fit, and now I've got a black and red fit with a black and red cap. Like it was all a collectible thing, right? Like for me, it was like
you already know I'm doing the pee-pee dance over here, bro.
Oh, it's that time.
I'm doing that.
Yo, and I hold on, bro. I outlast, right?
And we did try 10 minutes ago to end it. So, but to wrap it up, man, thank you so much for having me back on the podcast, and thank you for thank you for being inspiration and ground that I felt safe to land on, to trust, to place my bets on, to come home and say, all right, like these are the boys. This is where my heart's gonna be. I know where I'm gonna get my my bread. But you guys honestly inspire the living fuck out of me. And I was like, well, this is like you said, it was adapt or die, and I chose to fucking adapt. And
let's go, bro.
We're adaptable aliens.
So real quick, the creative hats. I saw Jeremy Knows had he had like 60 something people in his whatnot.
So hungry,
today.
Sam.
And and he tried selling the creative hat. He had one black creative hat and one of the tan and white ones, and put them up for $75, and they didn't sell. And then he did a percentage off, brought them down to 63, and they both were gone like that.
Right, but why would you want to sell a hat on eBay for 63 that you paid 55 plus shipping for?
For sure.
When when the cost that you're gonna eat on the fees, like you wanted to resell just for the sake of what was the rush of reselling?
What is it?
I said, make sure you get Kurt in the conversation before you end it.
Yeah, bro.
I'm all good, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro.
I just wanted to sign off with a thank you. I'm going to shut the fuck up now. Thank you, guys.
No, you're good. You're going to keep still running. I'm going to run to the bathroom.
He's running to the bathroom. Yeah, I think that like we're teaching Kurt a lot of things about at VeeFriends and really getting him in the conversation. Yeah, it's fun to like bring in new people that, like we said earlier, like I was saying earlier, like I didn't jump into VeeFriends to start right away. Someone get that guy a fruit roll up. Touche. I didn't jump in right away, so as
what did you say? So we get the guy a fruit roll up.
You hungry? I mean, I'm ready. I could.
In the show, the guy's starving.
Nah,
bro, we should get some grub. We should get some grub. What are you trying to get after?
But I wanted you to finish up with Kurt.
But the thing is that I didn't jump into it, so a lot of the learning that we're and the teaching that we're doing is just from us in the last year and a half. So we haven't been really diving in as deep because, like I said earlier, it was really built for kids and like parents and kids. That's how I thought he was advertising VeeFriends. Like, you have a kid, you're gonna love this. And I'm like, my kids too. She don't know. She doesn't know what a decisive duck is if you get down to it.
The same thing happened with TikTok, because I remember watching me and my buddies. We used to do like funny videos and stuff from time to time. And then one day we saw a Gary Vee video. He was talking about he thought TikTok was gonna be the next biggest thing, and we started doing it, but like people thought it was like for kids, so like we kind of like shied away from it for real. But, But then now look how big it is now. I'm like, damn, that's crazy. So, we probably should have stuck with it for real.
That's one of those things. It's like you got to listen to, of all people, if you're gonna listen to somebody about what's coming next, Gary would be the one. That's something I always prided myself on, but I can really see that like I don't touch Gary on that. I got a long ways to go to be there, but it's about looking at trajectory, and that's where I look at trajectory, and I look at all of the different paths that things could take, and I look at the probability of which path they're going to take based on patterns and based on the lack of pattern because of a need completely unfulfilled or a pathway completely unforeseen because people are always so caught up in what they know. So they're looking at pattern while I'm looking at what's happening over here and what they're not looking at and how that's about to shake up their pattern and disrupt their pattern through innovation and
It's
through
knowing
the trajectory.
Yeah, trajectory, and like I think knowing where
Don't miss the
collectibles
VeeFriends
going.
trajectory, bro. You missed the TikTok trajectory. Like, you know, we're betting on VeeFriends on that one for sure.
When I heard it was through Gary Vee, I was like, okay, let me see what's going on. And then like I'm still learning about it, you know. So
what character's your favorite so far?
OG Ox.
OG Ox.
Yeah, OG Ox.
OG Ox. Shout out.
I like, you know, the hustling hamster.
OG Ox and Hustling Hamster. That's what's sitting on the couch right now.
Yeah. So I mean, you know.
You know,
But I like OG
Yeah.
Ox better though.
you like OG Ox better.
Yeah.
What makes you like OG Ox more than Hustling Hamster? What gravitates you to that character more than?
Cause I feel like everywhere I go, I'm Uncle Kurt.
Okay.
You feel me?
Yeah,
like
you're OG.
I got friends, like and I just been through a lot.
Sammy's
of stuff.
back and says,
I mean,
"Somebody
like,
get that guy a fruit roll up."
I know what you're
I know,
talking
man.
about.
That's
They're trying to
hilarious.
grill me.
Not you.
No, that
John.
was
Man.
no. It was something he said right before that. He said,
That's-
"End the show. The
that's-
guy's
that's
starving."
That's Rizzo's mom right there.
I said I was hungry
just
forever
stoned,
ago.
bro.
We had talked,
But
and he
That's
told
my
me,
something
my
you
cousin
can look
Rizzo. That's my aunt.
Oh, Michelle.
"What up? What up?"
Yeah, bro.
So you like OG Ox because you're always considered an OG in the conversation with the little ones, and
It's like my family. I'm the oldest. You know, I got friends. They got kids. They always
better on
refer
this
to
one.
me as Uncle Kurt. You know, so it's just like one of those things. I
Oh,
just
got
feel
it.
like I'm up. You know, like OG.
yeah, it's cool. I love the OG Ox is actually the card I got signed when I met Gary. It was a yellow refractor OG Ox. I gave him the adventurous astronaut, a decisive duck, and an OG Ox, and he chose that yellow refractor like it was like he didn't even
Was a duck a refractor?
It was just a duck chrome base. It was my only duck.
Okay.
It was my only duck at
If
this
it-
point.
yeah, I was gonna say if that was a gold one, I'm sure you would have been fucking. That
I
would have
didn't
been
put
your go. Your
Yeah,
go-to.
but I didn't get that at that point. We were early,
Yeah, super early.
and so I
3
just had-
days into to the drop, bro.
Yeah, like it was early. It was as early as it gets. So I had the yellow, the duck, but I had a yellow refractor.
That's funny.
And
Us showing base cards, like, look what I got.
Yeah,
on,
now it's
on
like-
May 10th. Like, look, I got these base cards.
Right, sign this for me. But he saw it, and he already knew that the yellow refractor was going to be the rare thing. So he already had the foresight. So
For
he's
sure,
like,
yeah.
yellow refractor is going to be the big thing. I'm going to sign this for this guy, whatever. And then I gave him the option for the Resourceful Robin sticker. But that was it. But OG Ox, I like that because of Ocean Grid. They're my trajectory, my story.
Yeah.
But like yours is totally different, and we like the same character. I mean, I like obviously the Decisive Duck is my maxi, but OG Ox is like in a top 5 character for me. Like for real, I like the OG Ox. I just think the character is different,
It is.
and it's not even full alliteration.
And on top
It
of
doesn't rhyme.
I've been,
It doesn't.
It's
It's just,
like I've been through so much things from being down south to up here, and it's like I got friends I'm older than, and they got like kids and stuff like that. They always look at me as Uncle Kurt. So whenever they going through stuff, like I got like advice. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, we probably should do it like this. Probably should do it like that. You
Yeah.
feel me? Stuff like you know
OG
what I'm
shit.
saying? It's
OG shit,
like,
yeah.
that's
bro.
literally that's the
You know what
card,
I'm
dude.
saying? Like,
Yeah, and it's cool. It's an ox too. That's cool. I mean, at first you liked the empathy elephant because of the elephant thing.
because of Road
We
Tide.
talked earlier, yeah. Because
Was that Alabama thing?
Road Tide, yeah.
all
it was
right,
a
all
Road
right, I
Tide
got
thing.
you.
Because keep in mind, I have an empathy elephant numbered sketch the screen. I have a
Oh,
number
yeah,
sketch the screen.
yeah.
Empathy elephant. So early conversation was about the elephant because it has the basketball on it.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
he
for
got
sure.
to talk about it. But then when I remember, but then when he transitioned to knowing about it, because that's it. When you don't know, your favorite character for me was Adventurous Astronaut. But then as I knew about it more, I was like, oh, I'm definitely more of a Decisive Duck.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I got the Decisive Duck in the character quiz. I'm like, oh shit, I guess I'm locked in here because I
Right.
had already decided on that. You know what I mean? So like, it's just kind of crazy how it works for every person's story is so different, and yours is, and he's able to customize it to you, because the Willful Wizard is customized to your story. Like, I mean, that's a glove fit.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. And I have no attachment to the Willful Wizard at all. I could pass on the 101s tomorrow, but
Hey, bud.
yeah.
You got like a Sprite or anything like that in the fridge?
Yeah, fruit roll up.
That's a candy over there, but I just wanted to know if you had like a drink in that regard.
I have a bottle of water.
No, I'm referring to something with sugar in it.
Oh, okay.
We can wrap it up.
Yeah,
I
we can
got
wrap it.
I got some
It's
sugar somewhere, bro.
We can figure it out. But yeah, it's a great ending to the podcast. Though I just love to hear about people's different experiences with it, because like we're all so different. There's no one trajectory for what liking what you like in this VeeFriends thing. That's the best part. Is
Yeah.
it's
One thing that's crazy, bro. That I was gonna tell John. You can hear it from a distance, bro. You can hear it from a distance. So the Gary V card. So the Black Cat manga card, right? This is just simulation type shit.
simulation.
I was in a VeeFriends stream. I won a pack of cards. They didn't have time to open the cards on stream, so they just sent them, right? Like, hey, everybody that won a givey, you're just gonna get a pack of cards in the mail instead of them ripping them there. So
Okay.
sent the pack here. I opened it up right here on video. I never uploaded it, but I pulled the Black Hat manga card.
Yes, I remember that night.
out of that pack, and then put the card on eBay for $5.55, and had a couple people throw bids at me, and then I put 10% off. That brought it down to $4.99.50, and Adam Rips buys that card.
Adam Rips.
Adam
who
Rips.
is the right hand to Gary V with the VeeFriends entire collection.
Correct. Which Gary and Adam have been going around trying to. They've been going around trying to buy the and anybody's cards that they have, and I think they're trying to put them back into circulation as the mystery graded packs, right?
I think they're trying to quarter the market.
But so John, here's a quick synopsis, bro. So we've got I won a pack of Chrome cards off of the VeeFriends stream. They sent them here. I opened up the pack of VeeFriends cards on video. I pulled the Black Cat manga card, and then I put it on eBay last week for $5.55 raw. And then I had a couple people ask me about it or offer me like lower bids, and then I put 10% off on it so it came out to $4.99.50, and Adam Rips bought it. So Rips from VeeFriends, right? So he buys the card right back from me. So this is full circle moment. So I win the pack from VeeFriends, get it here, open it up. Get the black Hat manga card, put it on eBay. Rips and Gary are the guys that buy the card back, because they're going around. They're going in emails. They're going in messages, and they're asking people, "Hey, do you want to sell any of your cards?" And the reason why they're doing that is because they're taking these cards and they're putting them back in the mystery graded packs. So they're buying manga cards, they're buying number cards, and then they're getting them graded through CGC. And then they're putting them in the single sleeve as a mystery graded pack.
So those are not PSA; those are only CGC. And
CGC,
the mysteries. Okay.
Yeah. But so
It's
what?
important to know.
So the full circle moment here was me winning the pack from VeeFriends, getting the pack, opening it up, pulling the manga card, selling that manga card that I got free out of the pack from VeeFriends back to VeeFriends for $500. Now they're going to put that manga card, they're going to grade it and put it in a mystery graded pack and resell my card that I pulled. Right?
And it's going to be like listed that this is that this is a chase in the mystery now, right?
Yeah, it's they don't show you like what chases are in the graded mystery packs.
Oh, okay.
But like the two that I got, one was a refractor and one was a gold card. So like I didn't get I did get a base. I think I got a base on one. No, it was a refractor and a gold card. Gold lion and like a a refractor beetle or something. But anyways, regardless, bro, like it's a full circle moment. So when I found out that Rips was the one that bought the card from me,
That's crazy.
I said, "Hey, Rips, I'm so glad that you guys are the ones to buy this card. I actually won this card from a VeeFriends stream and unwrapped it, and I can't wait to buy it in the mystery graded pack, just so we know that it's a real simulation."
Just so we know it's a real simulation.
Yeah, just to make sure it's a real simulation. So I can't wait. I can't wait to buy that card from a mystery graded pack because I guarantee you it's going to come right back. And that's the simulation we're living in.
I think they're cornering the market.
They're cornering the market, bro. It's so
I think they're
genius.
cornering the market. I think they're because they know AM Sports Cards has all of the black cats.
They've got 70% of all black
all of
cats.
it. So they know they can just go to AM Sports Cards and be like, "Hey, we'll buy all of your black cats." So he is getting fed all the money, and they're tying up all loose ends by grabbing your black cat. I'm okay. I have that same day I got a yellow refractor black cat that same night because it was exciting. But you got the mango, which was huge because that's one of the chases in my opinion. But
I don't even think it was that popular when I first pulled it. It was like $180, $200.
I knew it was gonna be huge.
Yeah.
Literally, when I saw
Should
it,
I held on to it?
Yeah.
Shouldn't have sold it for 500.
Nope. But you live and you learn. When I saw you at 500, I was like, bro,
No different than
that graded is gonna get at least
8 to 9.
at least 1,000.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I'm with him. I'm speculating at 9 max.
no, I think a graded manga this time next year is going for.
Okay, you said next year.
I'd hold it. A graded manga, hold that shit because I feel like people are gonna be chasing mangas, especially a Black Cat, just because we're so early. That's how I feel about it. I feel we're early.
I mean, I can tell him it was lost in.
No, don't do that. Let's see what happens with it, bro. I just feel like I can see it happening. But then again, maybe to next year something happens and it's not worth shit. But until then, you got $500 for a fucking piece of cardboard
That I didn't pay for.
that you didn't pay for.
Yeah.
So
Well,
just like run with it. But I do think the Black Cat manga.
No different.
So
Is a
what
chase.
what do I do with these?
What do you do with those?
Do I sell
You're gonna-
these sealed? Do I hang on to
Fuck
them?
no.
Or do I rip them myself, or do I sell individual packs?
I refuse. I don't have it in me. I've thought long and hard about this, and I don't. So you're asking the wrong guy for future reference. If you that first one is never on the plate for me. I will keep things sealed and let them sit. Right. I'll let things sit and simmer. You know, before I rip them. But to me, it's always going to be ripped. Now the question is, am I going to get to rip the pack and keep the pack, or is this pack going to get sold on whatnot?
Now-
Is somebody going to bid on this pack in real time, and then the winner of that pack is going to watch us rip that pack, and the winner of that pack, if they hit a $20,000 card, we're going to ship them a fucking well-packaged $20,000 card, if not hand deliver it to them, you know? And I think
I'm
that's
okay
an
with selling.
opportunity to give back to the community. If you sell one of those packs for $25 and there is a $1,000 card in there, you just bless the community.
I would lose money at $25 per pack. So
no, okay, so this isn't that. I'm sorry. I'm thinking
there's
that was
only-
different packs, different times.
There's only 18 packs in here. So if I sold them at $20 per pack, that's $360.
How much did you pay
total.
for that one?
I paid $515 for
Wow,
this.
you got that at a good time then, because they're $700-800 now, aren't they? You can
They're close to
seven to
$700. They're
1,000.
trying to get $700 for them.
Yeah,
trying to.
I would say
They're
with that, I would,
$650. They'll sell on eBay for $650.
The market's at $650 on
I
eBay right now.
I was gonna hold my blaster. My goal was to hold the blaster to get to the national, and I was gonna hopefully open the blaster with Gary. That was my original thought on my blaster box. But now that it's passed,
What would you have to start the packs at in order to break even?
50?
So no, 40 would put it at. What's 40? No, 720. Yeah, $40 a pack will put this at $700. $720 to be exact.
Okay.
So it would have to be
That's-
$40 a pack, which I don't think they're going for $40 a pack.
No.
They're going for $30 a pack, so that's $540.
But they're asking 700. Math ain't mathin'. I mean, I just think that you're hoping for the fact that something in the hobby box only versus the blaster box only, and blaster is still
alpha.
Alpha. The yellow refractors go way further. Yellow refractor black hat. It's really about the black hats to win. That's really what's dictating everything still, which is crazy to think that he has put it in the universe so much. The black cat has such a heavy pull. Everything else is secondary.
What if it was a caterpillar?
I just got to know.
All right, everybody, this is going to
Listen.
wrap up another episode of the PowWow. It's your
I
boy
love
Jay
that.
Banks.
I love that
Yeah,
ending.
bro, that was the
That was
teaser.
beautiful.
That was
This
the
has been
teaser.
Kurtzside Court, Jon G.
Look, bro,
From
look,
the couch.
look. There was a little teaser I
What are the
put last
caterpillar?
week on the podcast.
That's crazy.
Nobody's watching right now, so it's great.
Just for us.
Just for us.
At 2 hours and 35 minutes. That's wild.
All right. So, if I was able to ask Gary a question right now, right, I would say, Gary, in a parallel universe, how well is VeeFriends doing with the capable caterpillar as the number one? Because that was so close.
You just blew
bro.
my fucking mind, bro.
That was so close to
I
being
don't know if I'm-
to being the VeeFriends main
Right.
character was the caterpillar. Where the fuck would VeeFriends be right now if it was the caterpillar and not the black cat, bro?
Hold your horses.
This is a question.
Taco Bell.
This is a question that Gary would end
Holy
up
shit.
fucking like. I think the brain
I'm
would
going to go eat a burrito and think about this for
fray some wires, bro.
Until next podcast.
till the next podcast.
All right, everybody, this is going to wrap up another episode of the
got me, too.
PowWow. It's your boy Jay Banks,
Son of a bitch.
bro.
AI,
Let's go.
JG.
Kurt,
Looking froze.
Jon G. Let's go, bro. The tribe's here. If you guys want to be a part of the podcast, get a hold of one of us. Next week, hopefully, we'll have Richie from the owner of Tulum here to talk more VeeFriends.
Yes. Shout
So.
out Richie. Shout out to Loom. Cannot wait to break some fucking cards and break some
All right,
bread.
everybody. I'm in trouble again. It's past 11, past my bedtime. Gotta get home.
I'm
I love you
sorry,
guys. Peep
Captain.
this T-shirt, bro. When I was in the bathroom, I'm like, this is at least a $45 shirt.
Oh, for sure.
At least a
For sure.
$45 shirt. Like, so we're no wonder why we're scraping the barrel here, bro. I'm selling them at 35 in the store, 33 in the store right
33 to
now.
35 for a mad scientist.
We got to change this. You guys got about 4 days to come pick this up before I raise the prices. All right, I love you guys.
Thanks,
We'll
everybody.
see you next Tuesday. We're out of here.
Have a good one, y'all.
Hey.
Is there some music?
I was waiting for it, bro. I was waiting for it. Didn't come in that time. All right.
I have to pee so bad.
Man, that's a good crowd of people talking, bro.